This is a mini meditation guided by Bombas. Repeat after me. I'm comfy. I'm cozy. I have 0 blisters on my toes. And that's because I wear Bombas, the softest socks, underwear, and T-shirts that give back. One purchased equals one donated. Now go to bombas.com/Wondery and use code WONDERY for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/Wondery and use code WONDERY at checkout.
Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely, and parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Try Greenlight risk-free today at greenlight.com/Wondery.
Get ready to enjoy the best podcast of your life on The Courtney Show podcast, fueled by Salt and Smoke.
Welcome to The Courtney Show.
Good morning and welcome to The Day After. When I was a kid, The Day After freaked a lot of youngsters out.
That was nuclear war, though, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I don't know. It was a big deal. I think I was past it. I don't recall it, but
It didn't affect you?
I think I was too old. I don't remember it being a big. I don't know what.
Really?
I don't know.
Feels like that would have been. That was like.
Man, I was more
early 80s, maybe late 70s.
Well, then I was the right age. I'm watching like
Jason Robards, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. I was watching things like the Thornbirds, you know?
Because I always felt like I was too young for that. Like I don't remember it.
I don't know. But the solar eclipse was yesterday, and my favorite thing to see online is just pictures of people looking up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why. It doesn't matter how cool you are. It just there's just something about a big group of people looking up that is entertaining to me. I watched the eclipse all by my lonesome, except for with Peebo, my dog, Peebo Bryson, in the backyard.
What do you remember of it?
It got dark.
Do you think you'll remember the details of it?
Well, when I was out there doing it, I remember I did the same thing the last eclipse.
Oh, you just went out to the back porch?
Yes, that's exactly what I did. So it was all familiar.
The new eclipse broke out the memories from the old eclipse.
Well, I guess
they're somehow connected.
What is it about being alone doing something that you don't recall as much?
Yeah, I don't know. There must be some.
When you're with people, you remember it more, but I still don't remember who I went and saw Janet Jackson with. So that's Prince, who I saw Prince with.
But you know you saw him.
I saw him, but I don't know with who.
Was there an eclipse that night?
I don't know. There was an eclipse in probably liquid form. So tell me about your eclipse experiences, everyone.
It was fun. We did not end up going to Redbud because by the time I got home, it was already eclipsing. Like it had started, and I was already hearing tale of traffic. I knew I could make it there in time and be okay. I was more worried about the coming back.
Well, did you see?
I saw some images.
And then, holy cow.
Man, it seemed like mostly Missouri was the issue. 55.
It was not great in Illinois either. Just going home yesterday, getting into Columbia, there was a huge backup. And then in Waterloo, it was a huge backup. And so that was right when the eclipse was eclipsing. So I just went home and hung with the kids. And we obviously saw pictures there. Alex posted a picture of us in the driveway all looking up.
Except one of your children is looking up without his glasses on.
Yeah, that's Augie. He lives by his own rules. Plus, Augie and Owen are in their moo-moos.
Yeah, what are those clothes? What is that clothing?
It's like
What are they?
It's like a blanket that you wear.
Oh, I'm like, is this a new fashion?
The two of them wear them everywhere.
Really?
Augie especially. Yeah, he just calls it his moo-moo. But that's what we did. It was fun. I really enjoyed, even though Waterloo was not totality, and it is cool to see that. It was neat to just be at home because last time I was kind of like working, it was like an appearance for the station. Whereas this one, we could just walk around the yard and look at the weird shadows and everything. Like the shadows were probably, I had more fun looking at that stuff than I did directly up at the sun this time around. But then yesterday going home, so I took a nap, got up, Amelia had to go to volleyball. So then I was like, all right, everything's done, right? So I go to take her to volleyball. Well, the traffic is now backed up going the other direction because now I'm going north. So it took extra long to get her to volleyball practice. And then when we went to come home, this is after 8 o'clock. It's like 8:30 at night last night. There was still a huge backup of cars trying to get onto 270 from 55. I was like, this is insane. Like,
well, I saw
how long have these people been sitting here?
I saw all the meteorologists were different places. You know, they all had different spots that they were watching the eclipse from and doing live shots. And then I was just keeping up with them, trying to get back here. And I think a lot of them did their reports from the side of the road.
Yeah, I believe it.
Because they could not get back here. And Lance even texted me. He said, I bet you could do your whole show tomorrow about eclipse traffic. And I'm thinking, well, that's not a fun show.
Man,
no. Tell us about I know, right? He said, just talked to a friend of mine, 3+ hours on northbound 55. He's gone a total of 40 miles.
I believe it. When we exited last night to go to volleyball practice, I mean, it was as far as you could see on 55, like just backed up.
And the pictures I saw going the other way was totally clear.
Yeah, right. Just like open roads.
Open road.
It was like The Walking Dead.
It was crazy. What about you, Chris? Where did you view the eclipse?
I took a nap and then woke up like 15 minutes before the eclipse and was like, well, I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
And so I just did it from Nikki's balcony and it was great.
And we all had high percentages, though, like 99 point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm surprised at how much of a difference it makes, though. Like having seen Totality in 2017 and then Waterloo was 99% or something. I'm like, oh, it'll be almost as great. It just wasn't.
No.
There's so much light coming around the side of it. Like, I can't believe how different this is.
It got darker, but it didn't get dark.
Crazy dark, but not
dark.
Dark. But yeah, it was cool. The street lamps in the Central West End all came on, which was really.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
the birds were freaking out there too.
I didn't hear. I was a little high up, but you could see all the people on the street. And then I've got a view of the arch too, so you look down and it's kind of cool that everything got like a little bit darker, and you were like, "This is eerie."
It is.
It's weird light.
Yes, it's very
even before it gets dark.
Because it's different than storm darkness.
Yeah,
because there's still some light. Mm-hmm. It's like it is bizarre.
It feels like our office because we have a light bulb out. And so it's light in there, but it's not, the light's wrong.
I sent an email about that light bulb.
Yeah, and then someone stole my Kleenex yesterday.
Yes. What? He asked me if I took his Kleenex.
Like from your office?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
I thought maybe they just I thought somebody grabbed them, they brought them in here, that's fine. But then they're not in here.
I'm not bringing the whole box in. If I need a Kleenex, I take a Kleenex.
Oh, that's fine. If they come in here, they come in here. I should just leave them in here.
Well,
nobody comes in here.
Shouldn't you be able to find them?
I mean, it is a Rudy Tooty Fruity looking box. It's like purples and reds. It's like the goofiest looking one. So yeah, it would be pretty easy to locate.
We should find it. Didn't somebody steal something else around here? We wanted to
our snacks. Never found out who took our Golden Graham, whatever those were.
Yeah, I have some ideas. Because if I'm here late, there's people walking in here. Like, hey, what's going on?
Looking for food?
Yeah.
They know this is the studio.
Well, we have so much stuff laying around all the time, so.
I did see, this made me really laugh, Google searches yesterday, right after the eclipse ended, for My Eyes Hurt peaked at 3:20.
No way.
Just as the eclipse was maxing out over the East Coast. And searches for Why Do My Eyes Hurt were also up. It just
My eyes hurt.
Makes me laugh. The Weather Channel posted symptoms to look out for if you did stare at the eclipse. Headaches, blurred vision, a blind spot in one or both eyes. And they say it usually resolves on its own. But if you do have some issues, they see a doctor.
I wonder how many people like roasted their camera yesterday on their phone. because I saw lots of pictures of people like taking a selfie, like with the eclipse behind them.
Yeah?
Just unfiltered, like bloop, taking a picture. I'm like, that's.
You couldn't do that?
No, it'll fry the lens in your camera.
Well, how do people,
Like the optics.
how's everybody getting pictures?
Well, you hold the, like I hold
held the
the
glasses.
glasses over the lens and take a picture.
Oh.
Like that's what I did. And it looks cool.
I needed somebody smarter than me to watch the eclipse.
That's
with.
why you don't remember it. You're like, I don't even know what to do.
I would have had so many questions that could have been answered.
See, like that. I'll zoom in a little bit. Like I took that, I just held my glasses over the camera lens, and so you could see it.
All right, well, that's kind of
I
cool.
was like, that worked pretty well.
It's worked well. But yeah, thank you for the glasses.
I'll tell my
Huge
sister.
pickup.
She got a 10-pack. I did read
10-pack.
something interesting about this glasses company.
I saw something where Illinois issued like a warning that some of the glasses are fake.
Yeah, there was. I think they had the serial numbers and places you purchase them, kind of thing. But ours were good. I checked with my sister again. She got hers on Amazon. But I did see there was a company that sells eclipse glasses, and they said it was bigger. They sold more this year than in 2017. I wonder why.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Do you think this one was bigger than the last one? The last one we hadn't had for years and years.
I bet it's that whole like FOMO thing where the last one wasn't that long ago, and lots of people probably
Missed
were
it.
like, it just gets a little dark or whatever. And then as it happened, they realized like, oh, I wish we would have gone to where there was totality, or I wish we would have paid more attention to it. And so then that's why they're
And-
way more on board this time.
This one lasted 3 to 4 minutes longer than the last one.
Yeah, it seemed to last a long time.
And the next one that's in the U.S., like throughout the United States, 2044. But anyway, this company, Tennessee American Paper Optics, they're the largest producer of protective eclipse glasses. They started taking orders 2 years in advance, and the glasses sold for like $1.50, $2 a piece. I'm sure the prices went up as we got closer. They'd already shipped, when they did this interview, about 70 million glasses.
Oh my God.
And they think it'll be right around 75 million will be the final tally.
Yeah, it was cool. The kids all got glasses from school, and they each got like 2 pairs. So they brought home like some for themselves, and then somebody else in the family. So we had plenty. It was perfect.
Somebody just texted and said, we left the Cardinal 573 area code. We left the Cardinal game last night, and 55 was still packed northbound last night.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it was 8:30 when we drove by, and it was just backed up. And I'm like, this is scary.
How big of a bummer would it be to just be like, I'm just going to the baseball game
And then,
and
you're
then get stuck in that traffic
Yeah.
on a Monday
Oh
night.
my, especially a Monday.
Yeah.
But I did see
After
people-
an L.
Oh, I know. And they came back in the 9th.
I know.
It was a real kick in the teeth after such a glorious eclipse day.
Yeah, come on.
Did anybody take any video of themselves? I know you have pictures. We should post those pictures of you and your family and their moo-moos
We could do that.
with all of you looking up and the one child not wearing his protective glasses. He's going to be a problem for you, I think.
He is.
But yeah, happy to have Chris back. People still texting in about you being back too.
Oh.
Well, because they heard the podcast too. So then it's like, oh my God, it's Chris.
Yeah, don't forget about that podcast.
Yeah. Got to do that podcast.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good little, you learn something sometimes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you teach us and we need guidance.
Yeah.
We make mistakes. You let us know about them.
Oh, you let us know.
Yeah, a lot.
All right, well, let's get on with it. The show today, we've got Tuesday Tidbits. We've got great tickets all week. Stevie Nicks is coming to town. Hart is coming to town. Stevie Nicks is just a few weeks away, so it's not like you have to wait a year for these tickets. So we'll have those with Throwback Live, First 5 Notes. We've got some Hollywood Outsider coming up, food court. So a lot to get to this morning. If you guys want to be a part of the show, the Cheney Window and Door text line, 314-669-4665.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson St. Louis. Call 877-WINDOWS for a free design consultation or see them at rbastl.com. Well, if you thought Robert Downey Jr. didn't want to come back as Iron Man, You were wrong. He said he would happily play Iron Man again if they asked. Now, we've had stories that have made it kind of sound like they have and he's not interested. So this is news.
Maybe since he won his Oscar, he doesn't feel like he has to be like an artist.
Too cool for school now. He said, it's too integral a part of my DNA. That role chose me. And look, always say, never ever bet against Kevin Feige. It is a losing bet. He's the house. He will always win.
It's also interesting, like, he owes kind of everything to Iron Man. Like,
Yeah.
he would not be where he is today without Iron Man. Like, that.
I assume he would be fine, but not.
No, he would be still making
Superstar.
small.
Yeah.
You know, I just think it put him back on the map.
Put him back on the map.
role was just perfect for him.
Yeah.
That his whole attitude, his whole actual past fits well into that character.
I heard something interesting while I was in Los Angeles. Apparently, he has an earpiece in. He doesn't learn any of his lines, and people just feed him his lines, and he just says
That
them.
is not true.
That is what a person who doesn't tend to like somebody
yeah.
that I trust was like, no, that's how he plays his parts.
No way. That's how I would have to do it. I would never be able to memorize anything. Like if you could somebody just say it and then I'll just say it.
That's
Me too, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And like, he's got an Oscar now because he just repeats lines.
And he's just at the age where there's no way he's learning something new.
No, this is just the way it's going to be.
Whoever's feeding those lines, that person should
Yeah,
get
are
an
they
Oscar.
feeding
That's what I
them?
thought, too, like-
are they feeding them the lines in a way that he's then?
A dramatic reading.
Yes.
That would be funny. But yeah, then Oscars should be like rings in like baseball or championships where
Yeah,
it's like
everyone on the
hey,
team.
we're giving it to the guy the manager who like the water boy.
That is
He
so
gets it right.
funny.
Sounds like Tom Hiddleston would be down with playing Loki again. However, he says he has no idea if the series Loki is coming back for another
You
season.
would think that somebody would talk if you're on a show that is a series. Wouldn't you have some word about it?
I don't know what I think he's fishing here because I watched the series all the way to the end. And no, Tom, there's not going to be another one. It's done. It was
It
done.
wrapped.
It was a very tight bow. I mean, he's not dead or anything, where you're just like, well, how are they going to bring him back? But like, it felt very intentionally done. But
I respect that about a show who's not trying to be like, we're going to do 8 seasons.
yeah,
Let's just have something great.
They had a good run with that show. It was fine. I didn't love the last season of it, but it definitely felt like it was done.
What about that one show that everybody was obsessed with on one of those streaming services? It seemed like I heard more talk about, The Girl and the Guy, where they went to different eras, like different time periods. Like there was like an I Love Lucy episode, and then there was
the WandaVision.
Yes. What
That-
happened with that? It
That
seemed huge.
Definitely had an ending.
Okay.
And then they all kind of feed into the movies
I'm
and
just-
stuff. And so that fed into the next.
Just felt
movie.
like I heard a lot of talk about that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
But
was interesting. They were going. They did some interesting. It was good. I think.
What are you watching now?
Oh boy.
That was one of my
st-
questions for the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We'll save that.
We were.
Yes.
Teasing up
Because,
possibly
man,
doing
we
a
could
podcast
just
today.
hit record.
Yeah, we got lots of questions.
Not today. I have a facial.
Oh,
Yeah, I got
thought
stuff
we were
to
doing
do.
it today.
No, I have a facial. I said yesterday I have a facial today.
Save those questions. When's that appointment with the dentist? Then get
I don't have it yet.
got that facial scheduled though.
The facial's been scheduled for 2 months, a month and a half.
The Yukon Huskies are national champions again. They beat Purdue 75-60 to claim their first back-to-back title.
The
since-
women won this basketball season. I don't think anything could have been more exciting than that.
Yeah, these are two teams that, they're both number one
Yeah.
seeds. So essentially, no one is surprised that they played each other, other than it's rare that number one seeds actually make it to the end. And it's back-to-back for UConn, so that's kind of cool if you're into that sort of thing. Florida did it last in 2006 and 2007. But yeah, the women, that was the most interesting. Beyonce's 6-year-old daughter, Rumi Carter, made history as the youngest female artist to land on the Billboard Hot 100. She's featured on the song Protector. That's from that new album, Cowboy Carter. And if this all sounds familiar, that's because the record was previously held by her older sister, Blue Ivy. So back in 2019, when she was 7, she debuted at number 76 on the song Brown Skin Girl, again, singing as part of another song. And so Mama Beyonce is figuring out a way to be the coolest mom on the planet. So congrats to them. Prosecutors in Alec Baldwin's upcoming Rust trial say that his inability to control his emotions is one of the reasons the cinematographer Helena Hutchins was killed. They claim he was also inattentive during firearms training and was frequently screaming and cursing on the set prior to the incident. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I don't think that has anything to do with it, right? I read that.
The gun should not have been loaded.
I don't like Alec Baldwin, but it's not like.
And this may be true.
Yeah.
He may be a pain in the butt on the set.
He is.
But I don't think that.
No. Immaterial.
I think the only thing is if they have proof that he was not paying attention during like the firearms training, like. But how many of these trainings has he been through?
Yeah.
In so many movies, he's got guns, and I'm sure they do this every time you're on the set around a handgun or weapons or anything. So I could see at his age being like, I gotta go do the firearms training. And, boring.
Yeah, unless they said explicitly, don't do what he did, and he wasn't paying attention, then it doesn't matter.
At the end of the day, she had live ammunition on set, and you're never, ever, ever supposed to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like they're fishing here, but we'll see. Patrick Swayze's widow, Lisa Naomi Swayze, was recently talking about her late husband. She said, when he first found out that he had pancreatic cancer, he turned to me and said, I'm a dead man. She said at the time, she didn't know much about pancreatic cancer, so she was just like, oh, cancer, we'll treat it or whatever. But he did. I think his sister is an oncologist.
Oh.
So he knew right away this was not going to go well.
I can't believe he would still be like making, he wouldn't even be 70 yet. He would just be like making movies.
Yeah.
He'd probably be doing funny things because he's such like a of an era guy.
Yes. And he didn't take himself too seriously.
Yeah.
And so much talent. I mean, the dancing ability alone.
Don't even get me started.
I mean, he was like a triple threat.
He was born as a dancer. Did you know that he and his wife, Lisa, they were together for 34 years?
Yeah.
They met when she was 15 and he was 19. So they met at his mom's ballet school or dance studio in Houston. And they were married that whole time. So 34 years they were always together. I didn't realize. I knew they were obviously married for a long time, but like she was 15. Lady Gaga, speaking of marriage, might be engaged.
It's like baby.
Somebody put her in a corner, and he was like, nope, I'm going to marry that woman right there. Somebody spotted Lady Gaga with a massive diamond ring on her left ring finger while walking through West Hollywood on Sunday. So they're like, there it is. She's getting married.
Was she married before or engaged to that guy from Friday Night Lights?
Was she engaged?
That Taylor.
I don't think she was married.
Was he on Friday? No, not Friday Night. Was he on Friday Night Lights?
Long hair?
Not Kitsch. It's another.
God, Friday Night Lights was awesome.
I never watched that show.
It was so good.
What's their big line?
Nobody puts baby in a corner?
No. Something about hearts.
Oh,
strong.
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
That's it.
Well, she is with this Michael Polanski now. They've been dating since 2019, so the speculation is that they are getting married. You can imagine it's expensive to license the music of the Beatles. So when Doctor Who decided to do a Beatles episode, they probably should have budgeted that music cost in there. Well, I guess they didn't, or maybe this was their plan all along, but they are going to be doing an episode all about the Beatles without any Beatles music.
But Beatles sounding music?
I guess. It didn't say. Like, are they using sound-alikes? Or are they just not playing any music? We'll see. On May 17th, Billie Eilish will release her third album. It's called Hit Me Hard and Soft. But she will not be releasing any songs leading up to the release date. which is traditionally what you do, right? You announce, we got an album coming out in July. Here's
She
a new
wants
single.
people to listen to the full.
Yep.
That's how you used to do it. Like front to back.
She wants them to listen to the whole album all at once. So we'll see if it works for her. Calvin Harris's wife admits she is a Taylor Swift fan, even though Taylor and her husband used to date. She said she listens to Taylor, quote, as soon as he goes away.
That sounds like a well-adjusted woman.
Yeah.
And on Friday, Smash Mouth is going to release their first new song since the death of singer Steve Harwell. He is not on the song. You may remember he retired from the band in 2021. So he was actually retired from the band when he passed away. So this will be a new song, new singer, but it comes out on Friday. So we'll see how it is. I'm Brando, your Hollywood Outsider.
We're just a few minutes away from crowning a winner for Yacht Rock Madness.
A champion.
A champion. And by the way,
What do they win?
$500. The person that's in the lead, is that a person that used to work here?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
If that's correct, I saw somebody post on the Great Taste Gang. But yeah, if that's, I have to go look at it in case, because it could be another person named Tom Casey, but we'll see.
Well,
But I think it's TPC.
if you want to try to change the results, you have a few minutes left to get into 1065thearch.com, and you're voting on Christopher Cross's Sailing going up against Looking Glass's Brandy. Those are the two, and there's a good separation.
Good separation.
Yeah.
We're going to need a lot of votes.
Yeah, so if depending on what you want, you can go to our website in the next few minutes and cast a vote. All right, let's see how we stack up here, because I just looked up just myself and my family, and it's pretty dead on. So Mental Floss, I put this on the blog today as well, put together a list of the most popular middle names depending on the decade you were born. All right, so I looked up mine in the 1960s.
Is it?
Number one is me. Number
Elvis
one
Courtney?
middle name, is my middle name. Number one middle name is my middle name.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know my middle
I was
name?
just going to say Elizabeth.
It was almost going to be Elizabeth, but my mom was worried I would not be able to spell my whole name. She could tell from
You
a
weren't
young
even
age
born yet.
I was a little dim.
Is it Francis?
No, it's not Francis. It's Anne.
And
Anne. Courtney Ann, Spick and Span. That's what they used to call me. Spick and Span was a cleaning product back in the day. And my sister is number 3, Lynn.
no way.
So Anne, Marie, Lynn, Lee, Jean. Those are top girls. Boys, my brother is not on here. His middle name is Christopher, even though he goes by Chris. He's Robert Christopher.
Oh, really?
After my dad. Lee, Alan, Edward, Anthony, and Michael are the top 5 boys' names. Now let's go to the 70s.
Edward is my dad's middle name.
Was he born in the 60s?
No. A little older.
All right, let's go to the 70s. That is the decade of birth for one Brandon Lutman.
Correct. Mine wouldn't be on there.
It wouldn't is a family name.
Yeah. Mark. It's my dad's name.
Mark.
I don't think so.
She not on there.
I wouldn't think so.
Lee, Michael, James, Alan, and Edward of the top 5 for girls. Anne's still hanging strong.
Uh-huh.
Marie is number 1.
That's
then
Alex's.
Then Anne. Marie is your Alex's.
Yeah.
Then Anne. Then Lynn. Lynn still is steady too. Lee and Michelle. All right, now we go to the 80s. Both Conveys, actually all the Conveys born in the 80s, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yours is not going to be on here because you have it's a family name.
It's a household name.
Nolan.
No, land.
What's Tim's?
It's a family name. Curran.
Oh, that's right. So you guys don't count.
No.
No. For girls, what about Nikki? What's her middle name?
Renee.
No Renee. But Nicole is number 4 for a middle name.
Really?
For girls, yeah. So Marie and Anne and Lynn, all still
It's
the top
going
3.
strong.
Not letting them go.
Then Nicole, then Elizabeth. And for guys, it is Michael, Lee, James, Anthony, and Joseph. Do you want to... Man, even in the 90s, Marie and Anne and Lynn are still in the top 5.
Wow.
They fit with lots of names.
I guarantee you, once 2000 hit, they're all different. Nope. They're not.
They aren't even in
Well,
the two-
Marie, Nicole, Elizabeth, Anne, and Lynn, top 5 in the 2000s.
That's wild.
Because mine-
things are so different now.
Yes.
It's just like
Yes, because you're trying to like
everybody's name is like
a little different.
Aston.
What is I don't even remember what Charlie's. Oh, Kate. Kate is Charlie's middle name, and Sydney's is Bryn.
Okay. Bryn. I like Bryn.
I do
What'd you
too.
guys think of Jack?
Love.
Yeah.
We
It's
talked.
the best name.
We talked at length about what Jack Convey sounds like when Greg Warren was in here.
We went down a hole with
Like a whole like attorney at law. You know, here's my
Selling-
car, Jack Convey.
selling insurance or some real estate. I think is what it was.
Very successful sounding name.
Yeah, it's a
And you always have
strong
to say
name.
his full name.
Jack. Yeah, I said he's one of those guys that's going to be full name guy.
Oh yeah, gotta love full
Do you
name
know
guy.
Jack Convey?
Yeah.
Jack Convey.
Jack Convey.
He's
good
my
guy.
friend.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
there's
yeah, I
Jack
used to play- I
Convey.
used to play ball with him.
Yeah.
The Courtney Show.
Can't wait to show my friends today. Best thing I saw yesterday.
Well, technically, I saw this morning. So remember the story about how when I was young and tennis shoes became big, like Adidas started selling shoes when I was young and they became a thing. But I couldn't get them right away because I had to wear corrective shoes that were like school shoes. So everybody around me had cool tennis shoes, except for me because I had my Buster Browns on to straighten out my legs.
It's so weird thinking there was a time.
When there weren't.
There weren't tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there were tennis shoes. I don't know. I really honestly don't know. What were kids playing in? I don't know. But anyway, I saw that Adidas is selling my first tennis shoe that I ever owned.
Oh no,
They're doing like a retro, maybe I might. It's like the 70s. They said it's the 70s cult classic. They're selling them across the world. And here's what they looked like. This is identical to what I had.
Those are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with those.
Yeah. So that was one of the best. I saw that this morning and I'm like, I did not pull the trigger on it yet though. And then some other things. Nick is really bothered by, Kimora Lee Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
She's from St. Louis.
Yep, she is.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
Okay.
about that.
Well,
Doesn't she stink?
I don't know.
I think-
She was real popular for a while and had TV shows.
Yeah.
Remember Alex took care of her dad. at
Well,
one point.
she's got a daughter. She and Russell Simmons have a daughter that's 21 years old, and she is really bothering Nick because it keeps coming up on his feed. She is dating a 65-year-old man, and he's real.
But isn't she like?
She's 21. No, this isn't Kimora Lee. This is their daughter.
daughter.
No way.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And they keep showing pictures of them in St. Bart's, and it's kind of
That's so
grody.
strange.
Yeah, I don't like that.
All right, now to some funny stuff. If you're in a clown posse, you don't need to tell us you're insane. We know nobody's thinking you're an emotionally stable clown posse. But that was funny. Oh, I thought it was interesting. The Great Taste Gang yesterday was discussing. None of them knew about Gary Glitter or knew the name Gary Glitter or knew any of his past.
That song was Gary Glitter's song. I
Discretions.
think everybody knows that song, but they don't know.
They don't
who-
know it's Gary Glitter.
Right.
It's that rock and roll part.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Hey.
Da-na-na-na-na. Anyway, then a lot of people went and researched Gary Glitter and
And they were
what a
like,
vile
"Ooh."
human being Gary Glitter is or was. Is he alive still? Don't know. And this I thought you guys would enjoy for me personally. It was from a sign that was outside somewhere, and it just says, "Almost time to start complaining about the heat." All right, what about you guys?
I've got a few that they're all eclipse themed. All my favorite eclipse stuff I saw yesterday. This is from David Gross TV. He said, "If you love the eclipse, wait until you hear about nighttime." Which I thought was kind of funny. Kimmel did that joke last night too. This is from the guy. He said, I defy you to find me a single person that looks cool in those eclipse glasses.
It's true.
You can't pull it off.
To me, it reminds
It's
me
perfect,
of like retro
3D glasses.
Every time
Yeah.
I see people in them.
It reminds me of the scene in Bachelor Party with Tom Hanks, where this fight goes into a 3D movie, and it's just everybody.
Oh, everybody's got the glasses.
Got the glasses
and
on.
The punch
hits the girl in the face. Yeah.
This is from my friend Missy. She said, shout out to all the bad boys who aren't afraid to stare directly into the sun. I'll see you after the eclipse. You won't see me, but...
Yes, that's true. That's your son.
Yeah,
Your son is a bad
that's
boy.
Poor Augie.
I'm not sure if I did this one, but it's a picture of A1, the steak sauce, and it said it's established in 1862, and somebody wrote, so in the middle of the Civil War, someone was like, you know what this country needs? A delicious steak sauce.
I wonder if it was like made for something else.
It was like a cure for the common cough.
And they're like, well, this would be paired with some meat.
Yeah,
This would be
pretty
tasty.
good. And it's like, well, I sort of invented this like 6 years ago in the middle of the Civil War, and they're like, it's fine, nobody will remember.
They were probably like the rations they were sending out were so terrible that like we need to figure out a way to
We
make
need
them
some
taste
sauce
better.
and sauce them up.
Like, let's get some sauce on this.
I can't hear A1 steak sauce and not think about Nikki.
I know, me too.
I
Me too
cannot.
now.
For the rest of my life, I will go straight to Nikki, thinking it was, she got it in her Easter basket.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wanted it for Christmas or something too. Like she could have her own bottle.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so there's this meme of this guy like waking up, and he's just got like this very like confused wake up face. And so this has been going around for a while, but it's always been in just like a normal color. And this one is tinted green. And the caption is "Fish waking up in the Chicago River on St. Patrick's Day."
Yeah. That's so sad.
Hey, what's going on?
I wonder if every year they're like, we gotta get moving. It's the annual greening.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Remember, I had that as a best thing. It was like, I wonder what kind of religion the fish in the river have come up with like around that time every year the great greening begins.
Yeah, it's like the eclipse back before we knew.
This one is from Mimip. She wrote,
Not Mimip.
I don't care whose house I'm at. I will dry my hands off on those decoration towels. Beep them towels.
I'm with you. If you're hanging them there,
Yeah.
I might be the first to go in.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you don't have another like non-decorative towel in there. It's like, well, I guess this is it.
This last one I like too is from Jared Freed. He said, charcuterie boards are like babies because anybody could make them and everyone thinks the ones they made are great.
Who in the world is comparing charcuterie boards and babies? I like that
Jared
person.
Freed, he nailed it.
Way to go. Those are the best things we saw, and they will be at The Courtney Show STL on Instagram and Facebook. Give us a follow. If you haven't yet, you can see all the new baby Jack pictures and the happy family on Instagram and on Facebook, The Courtney Show STL.
WARH-FM and HD1 Granite City, St. Louis.
The Arch Studio is powered by
Saliga Heating and Cooling,
an independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
106.5 The Arch.
Yacht Rock Madness. It's been fun, but we have a champion of all things yacht rock. Thank you to the loading dock on the river in Grafton, Illinois for being the sponsor of Yacht Rock Madness. And sadly, I cannot find, I don't know where the winner is. I don't know where on the website. I just went to the website.
Oh.
I have no idea how to see
Not intuitive, I'll tell you that.
the winner. I can click here to see the results and how it's all come down to the final two, which were Christopher Cross Sailing against Looking Glass Brandy. They went head to head, and the winner with a percentage of 56 to 44%.
Not bad.
Your winner is Christopher Cross. Mm-hmm. And I don't know the show winner or the state,
I wonder if it's on the app.
I cannot find it. I have looked.
I'm going to look up on the app.
And
I think it must be on the app because somebody sent us a screenshot yesterday.
they did. Yesterday,
But
leading.
it's not on the website.
What? Oh, yes.
I
can't find it. Yesterday, leading was Tom Casey. He was the leader. And as far as show is concerned, I was leading. I did not pick sailing as the winner.
Oh, okay.
So that could have changed. I picked Brandy. That was
you did?
Yeah. So I'm not getting any more points. So somebody could have, depending on how much this is weighted and how many points you get for winning the championship.
Oh, it's weighted.
It could have changed. So we will reveal. Wait, somebody sent me a picture. Thank you to Trish from SoCo. The winner with 65 points in Yacht Rock Madness. Congratulations. $500 to you, Tom Casey.
Oh, way to go, TPC.
Tom Casey is the winner. Aaron Sivey was second with 63. Mike Herberholt was second, tied for second with 63. And then Joe came in next and Carrie after that. Oh, Joe Fallon was up there. He was in fifth place. Old Joe Fallon.
Not bad.
So congratulations to Tom Casey. Your winner for Yacht Rock Madness is Christopher Cross and Sailing. Food Court coming up next on The Courtney Show.
Food Court.
1065 The Arch.
Food Court is brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards app. Earn 2% back on every purchase with the Schnucks Rewards app. I brought a welcome back food item for Chris.
Oh, cool.
Chris Convey is back in St. Louis.
Is it fried cannelloni? Because that's all I've been thinking about now.
Oh, man. Listen, the text line yesterday, lots of people agree with me on the fried. My strong opinion yesterday was that I believe fried cannelloni is better than toasted ravioli.
Oof.
Opinion. There's some restaurant that has something called fried lasagna. And they say it is next level. I think it's called Big Chief, and it's in Wildwood.
I'd try that.
Oh, I'd go, yeah.
It's on their entrees, too. I don't know. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So I bought a box of these yesterday at GFS, Gordon Food Service, Fairview Heights. What
Shout
up,
out.
Duran? Because, Nick, we were talking about these over the weekend again, and I remember I told you I would never buy these because Nick would scoff at me, but Nick was curious, so I bought a big box of them, and it was legal, and he had his first one last night, and I
What
know
did he think?
They're so good.
he loved it.
They're so good. It's
Really?
And he makes himself a PBJ every morning. That's his breakfast. On one piece of bread, he makes a half.
Oh, my God. I do the exact same thing, but not every morning.
Almost every single morning.
That's crazy.
That is his go-to. And so he's a PBJ-man.
These Uncrustables, you freeze them, you take them out, put them in your pocket for maybe 10 minutes, then they're perfect, and then you eat them, and you're the happiest person alive.
He was
Thank you.
impressed. I could tell he really, really liked it, but didn't want to go overboard with it.
Right.
They're
you
so
assumed
good.
he would just say that he didn't like them.
Like,
just
how
because-
lazy are you
Yeah.
that you can't make yourself? There's something
So
about
much
the bread, the
Yeah.
softness of the bread, the perfect distribution
Yes, they've nailed it.
of peanut butter and jelly. Whatever peanut butter they're using.
It's great.
Is it? Do you think it's Jif?
It's
Well, it's a
not
Smucker's
Jif.
product.
Yeah.
I thought they were separated
No,
again.
remember Smucker's bought Jif.
Well, then it has to be Jif.
If these people get a hold of bread,
Write that down. That's some good material there.
was this in a fridge?
I put it in the fridge.
Oh, what a great person! It's
Yeah.
got-
I wanted it to be still cold.
yeah, it's got that cold
Uh-huh.
snap to it that really elevates the whole experience.
We have a refined
so good.
taste here on the show.
I actually have a bag of chips that I got in Las Vegas, my first Las Vegas trip, that I meant to ship to you guys the whole time, and I kept bringing it with me everywhere I went. So this bag of chips, it's from China, so it's like I think it was like a $23 bag of chips because I bought it at the casino. And it was imported from China. So it was
Okay.
like super expensive bag of chips. And I ended up buying 4 when I was in Vegas because I liked them so much. Now, it's traveled too much. It's gone. It went to Australia and did the whole Australia trip with me. It went to Vegas. It went back to Vegas because it's like, I'll ship this when I'm in Vegas. What a so dumb. And then I was like, I'll do it when I'm in DC. Brought it to DC. Didn't ship it. Then brought it back to LA. Didn't do it then either. And now it's in St. Louis. by the door.
Yeah.
As a reminder that I have to bring it in. But it's a bag of chips that's so good that I bought 3 of them to eat and 1 of them to give to you, and they're like $23.
My Lord, what's the brand?
No, I don't even know. Maybe it's Chinese Lay's. They're Chinese chips.
Really?
And I went up to. I was in Vegas, and you're in the casino, and you just like it's going to be expensive. It's like airport prices, or like when you go to like a amusement park or Six Flags or whatever. You're like
Everything's
okay,
up. Yeah.
Yeah, this bottle of water is going to be $7,
Yeah.
but it's like I'm not going somewhere else right now. And so I put the chips up, and she rings them up. It was the water and the chips, and she rings it all up, and it was like almost $40.
Man.
And I was like, okay. I guess I go, "Whoa, how much are those chips? And she's like, I think they're like $23.
Oh my gosh! And what's the size of the chip?
It's this big.
Oh my gosh!
So it's a single person chip size.
What flavor do you think it is? Or like what?
Chocolate.
Oh, okay.
It's like chocolate covered chips. They're so, and who knows? I mean, they've been carried onto an
We don't
airplane.
know we don't know what they're gonna look like.
We have no idea.
And we
But
don't
the
know
bag
what-
is still like inflated, so it's sealed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll bring them in tomorrow. I'm excited. But man, this Uncrustables is so good.
I know.
It's so good.
While you were gone, I got that for the holidays. I got us that box from around the world of food, and I brought a box in from where was it from? Everything was good.
Oh,
The last box.
come on.
I don't know, but it was a solid
Ukraine.
box.
It was from Ukraine.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
Sorry.
so good. Almost every food item was delicious.
I see you've taken a side.
Yes, she's.
I
we
will-
have not tried anything from Russia yet,
Okay.
so that's,
I do have
to be safe.
I do have 2 more boxes that I need to bring in. All right, are you looking something up?
I was trying to look up to figure out what those chips are.
I thought you meant what the peanut butter was in there.
Oh no,
They're
it's
so
gotta
good.
be. It's got to be Jif. You're right. It is. They're still owned by Smuckers.
All right, I've got some ice cream news for you. When I was a kid, one of my very favorite ice cream cones was, don't even know where I got it. I think it was just the local ice cream joint, was the soft serve ice cream. We called it a crunch cone. So it was soft served ice cream, but it had like candied nuts and like sprinkles all covering it. Mm-hmm. And I think you can buy this because I've talked about it on the air before, and I'm not buying a big bag from Amazon because I'm not doing that. I'm not making an ice cream cone at home. Well, Dairy Queen has available now the peanut brittle crunch dipped cone. So it doesn't look near as covered as what I recall, but it was a crunch cone, and it was lots of candied peanuts pieces and so I'll have to try it and see if it's similar to what I experienced as a kid, because you can't really find that crunch cone anywhere anymore.
Well, I bet if you talk to your local chocolate or ice creamatier, they could do it.
Yeah. Maybe
like
Dairy Haven would do
Dairy
it.
Haven or Walton's or something. They got it. Walton's has all that stuff.
So they might have the crunch cone, but that's not around the corner. Peanut Walton's in Smithton, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Peanut brittle crunch dip cones are now available, as well as confetti cake dipped cones. So both are available now at DQ. Another ice cream note: Wendy's has a new white chocolate strawberry frosty. Okay.
Oh, was that? Hold on, Wendy's. You've only got 2 Frosty machines, right? We've established.
Yeah. What's the new one? Is the orange, the Dreamsicle?
That orange Dreamsicle, which they just started advertising. So I guess they're gonna have to boot that out.
Never mind. It's Canada.
Oh, okay.
It's only available in Canada. Well, if you're in Canada, you can get
For
that.
Canadians, then they don't get the orange Dreamsicle.
Yeah, I gotta still go by Wendy's and get the Dreamsicle one because I think that sounds like a good combo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, a couple other stories for you real quick. If you buy produce at Walmart, they owe you money. So they just agreed to settled a class action lawsuit for alleging they'd charged customers more than they should have for weighted goods. So that includes packed poultry, pork, seafood, and bagged citrus items. And so they are shelling out $45 million to people who made fresh purchases from October of 2018 to this past January, which covers 5 years. You can file a claim online. Each person will get, if you bought 50 or fewer items, you get $10, 51 to 75, 15. It goes up from there.
I mean, you'd have to be able to prove all that you bought.
You know, they don't say you have to. They say you can actually get more if you kept your receipts. In that case, they give you 2% back on the cost of weighted goods. It's not that much. Deadline to submit June 5th. And if you want to do that.
Glad the lawyers made out well.
Food and Wine has all the information. If you want to Google that, you can. And then finally, I thought this was interesting. Do we have juice drinkers on the show? I don't drink a lot of juices. I mean, I know that.
I don't either. We've been going through a lot of orange juice lately. We're going to go through little cycles of that.
And Tim has gotten on the grape juice kick when he's feeling bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like grape juice when I'm feeling bad. Tim drinks a wild amount of orange juice, too.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
The New York Post just did a big story on the apple juicification of all juices. So,
like they add apple juice.
Yeah, it's mostly apple juice.
Yeah, apple juice is in everything.
Everything is, like, they'll say it's called Berry Set Go, and it's 82% apple juice.
Yeah, if you look at, it's always, apple juice is always listed first in whatever it is. It's crazy.
Like, we talk a lot about the shrinkflation, but this apple juicification is, I don't think you pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
So Naked's Gold Machine Super Smoothie, it's passion fruit and mango with 62% apple juice.
Yep.
The Blue Machine, which is goji berry and blueberry, 71% apple juice.
Okay.
It's just a perfect mixer for juices.
As the article said, we're all under the grip of Big Apple. I'm just curious what the Applist thinks about all of this. Does he weigh in on any apple juice?
We should find out.
We should really find out from the Apple List.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is, I think since you've been gone, I have a new favorite apple.
Wait, what apple?
It's Cosmic Crisp. It's beat out for me. What was my old one? It's not the one that the best one that's only Sweet Tango that's only available, but it's better than Honey Crisp.
You had
Cosmic Crisp?
Tim try it too, and he agreed.
Yes,
it was
it's
very good.
Cosmic Crisp apple.
Did we look up what the apple
I never
is?
looked it up, but there's no way he could give it bad scores because it's good.
He gives it a 74 out of 100, which in his ranking system is quote unquote pretty good. Cosmic Crisp apple, the most overhyped apple of all time. Do you want me to read the breakdown here?
Sure.
The Cosmic Crisp apple is not a bad apple, and for an ordinary apple, such a tepid review would be perfectly acceptable. However, the Cosmic Crisp is no ordinary apple. Nay, it may be the most extraordinary apple our capitalist society has ever manufactured. And the word manufactured is all but too accurate, as the Cosmic Crisp has been in development for decades. It has been taste tested, focus grouped, and crossbred to become a marketable fruit, darling, akin to the teenage pop star singing songs written by a computer. And just like those grating songs, you can't get it out of your head. The scales have been tipped in favor of the Cosmic Crisp via Hype Machine, boasting a $10 million initial investment.
Well, I'm telling you, it's better. I think Honey Crisp has gone downhill. I've had so many bad ones.
Yeah, I think there's a reason for that. I'll have to ask the Applist, but sometimes some of those apples go through a different process, or they're older and they just stink.
They do. They used to be the marquee for me all year round, and they have fallen from favor for me.
Cosmic Crisp guy.
Mm-hmm. I am.
Okay. Oh, that's good, because on the dentistry scale, they rank very, very high.
You're lying.
Dead serious. Dead serious.
Well, it's not helping me. You're not helping me. That is your food court, brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards app.
All right, traffic this morning. 55 northbound, we're slow between Union and Germania. 270 northbound, slow between Gravois and Manchester. 70 westbound, slow between Route H and Highway 47. And then Highway 94 southbound, you're slow between 64 and Route D. Arch traffic is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto. Schedule your appointment today at CarX.com.
Want a great deal on an oil change? Go to CarX Tire and Auto and get $15 off any Valvoline full full-service oil change.
Don't worry, call the CarX-Man.
See store for details.
The Courtney Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is designed to help you through moments of despair, sadness, working through things. If you feel like you are not 100% yourself, you find yourself staying in more, you don't want to be social, maybe you are looking for more time in your life, but you really have so many things swirling in your head that even if you did have more time in your life, you don't know how you would spend that time, what's going to bring you the most happiness. BetterHelp is a way for you to seek therapy and talk to somebody and work through these issues you may be having. And it's designed to be convenient. It's entirely online, BetterHelp is. It's flexible, suited to your schedule. And all you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire, and then you get matched with a licensed therapist. And the good news is, sometimes a therapist isn't going to be the perfect match for you. And if that's the case, you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. So find that social sweet spot with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/thearch and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/thearch.
You can do it! I see dead people.
Hello, Newman.
Where's the beach? What you talking about, Will?
Throwback Live.
Contestants are all lined up for Throwback Live. Brando, you'll be playing for Loretta in Villa Ridge. I'll be playing for Tina in South St. Louis. And Chris, you're back at it, Chris. Don from Festus is who you'll be playing for today. Stevie Nicks tickets. That is what the winner wins all week long. Stevie Nicks in just a few weeks, May 7th at the Enterprise Center.
Throwback Live is brought to you by the Madison County Firemen's Bingo Hall with a chance to win $25,000 in their Crazy 8 raffle. The host of Throwback Live, Afton, is here, and so is her favorite person.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
So happy to see you, buddy.
Hey, Afton.
Just like old times.
I think we picked up where we left off.
Yep, rocky at best. Well, you probably don't remember how to play this game, but it's Throwback Live. And Marty's going to play Throwback Clips, and you guys are going to ring in on behalf of your listeners.
Okay,
so here we go. So
and then how does the scoring go?
That's a great question. We kind of figure it out as we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad.
And do we figure it out?
Some of us never do. Some of us are always kind of a little unsure.
We played For Real or No Deal yesterday, and one of the questions was, since you've been gone, Afton has figured out, he had to guess if it was For Real or No Deal, has finally figured out how to score Throwback Live.
He was like, there's no chance.
No deal. She even finished the sentence.
No. I'd be like, absolutely not.
All right, our sounds.
Yeah.
That's me.
And there's yours, Chris.
Something's wrong. Oh, there it goes.
We'll go with it.
God, and if those hands can't do it, then it can't be done.
All right, I'm ready.
He just refuses to give up the whoopee cushion as his sound, too.
It's great. It's very unique.
It's something. All right. All right, question one.
And Afton got funny.
Name this movie.
You know how cute I always thought you were.
Brando.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
That is correct.
That's Phoebe Cates.
And that's when Aaron was born. I told you that story, haven't I?
Married to a St. Louisan.
At that point in the movie, it was on in the delivery room. And that exact moment, that's when Aaron was born.
Was it
really? I was like, I don't think this is the right memory to have
and
when
then,
he's born.
But it's there.
But it timed out perfect.
All right, question two. Who's doing play-by-play for the Cardinals here?
He walks it on four.
Tie.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Ken Wilson.
Ken Wilson is correct.
Oh, baby! It's tied at 5, and they're on their feet at Busch Stadium.
I forgot about Ken Wilson doing Cardinals games.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. You know, he was a Blues play-by-play guy.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, for a lot of years.
Oh, baby.
Along with Joe Micheletti.
I don't know who that is
Great
either.
name.
Yeah. I learned a lot of things here. All right, question 3.
But not math. Not math.
Not math. Definitely not math. Question 3. Name this backwards song title or artist. Oh, my gosh.
I heard the two
I think
first.
so, yeah. Brando.
I'm guessing. Pearl Jam.
No. Courtney?
Live.
Live is correct.
Pearl Jam Light.
right, 2 points, Brando, 1 point, Courtney. Question 4. Name the athlete in this Uncle Leonard's TV commercial.
The fans would like to know.
Brando.
Vince Coleman.
Vince Coleman is correct.
Most memorable steal of all time.
That would have to be the one I made last Thursday.
But you didn't get a steal in that game.
What game? I'm talking about the steal I made on this Panasonic big screen television.
That doesn't work well.
Oh, my God. No, it doesn't.
What game?
But that is a Brando win.
Yeah. And that is a win for you, Loretta from Villa Ridge. Congratulations, Loretta.
That is awesome. So happy.
You have a pair of tickets to see Stevie Nicks. She's going to be at the Enterprise Center on May 7th. You will be there, Loretta. Congratulations. We'll get you those tickets. All the ticket information is on our website, 1065thearch.com. We'll have another pair to give away tomorrow on Throwback Live on The Courtney Show.
The Courtney Show.
I've been holding on to something until Chris got back. And now it would be a perfect time to ask you this question. And you, Brando. But I wanted more than just us. So they did this, you're on Reddit a lot. Are you still on Reddit?
Yeah,
still going in?
I'm still going Reddit.
What are your picks? Animals? There's an animal one you go to. Unlikely friendships.
Yeah, I do like unlikely. I sent you a few unlikely animal friendships.
I love it.
It's so good. Like
the
ducks
pig.
hanging out with pig. There's one of a pig and ducks and a dog all like
sleeping in a barrel.
In a barrel.
Didn't Nikki spoil that
Yes,
whole
Nikki
thing?
says that they're on drugs.
She says they're all drugged.
No way.
Like that's
And
how they're like getting along with each other.
I choose to not think that way.
I don't know.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
I know.
Explanation.
Oh no.
But when they're pals and not on drugs, you've seen that. They're hyper. They're not all on drugs.
Right, but they got to get tired, I guess. But it is unlikely that they're all getting tired at the same time.
And sleeping all together.
Oh, he's sleeping.
I know.
aren't they?
She hurt me with that a couple weeks ago.
Man, that's
Just
terrible.
the truth. She's just trying to tell you the
Or
truth.
I'll send her a video and she will just shoot it down like, yeah, this is what happened here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, stop reading so much. All right. So on Reddit, they were asking this question. It made me laugh. They had thousands of people that voted on this. If your non-dominant hand got replaced by a robotic hand, what gadget would you include?
Ooh, great question.
So what would be on? So it's your non-dominant hand. What would you want? What would be the gadget that you would want on that hand?
And I can't say that it's like some sort of mechanism that I can change my hand out.
This is.
You have to commit to something.
It didn't say that, but I have five. I have 5 options for you if you'd like to hear the options.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Super strong grip.
All right.
Powered screwdrivers on your fingertips.
That makes the first thing I thought of was that screwdriver thing where it's the screwdriver inside the screwdriver. You like keep pulling it apart, and it's got like, well, that'd be nice to have right there.
Retractable claws like Wolverine.
Okay, yeah.
A flashlight in the palm.
Okay, cool.
An integrated smartphone with touchscreen.
Yeah, I guess so. What about a napkin?
Just a napkin dispenser?
Yeah,
like,
just
at any moment you could pull.
Because you always have paper towels in your pocket.
Just like, let's keep them.
You're like Monk.
I would be good with a Kleenex.
That's the best compliment you could ever bestow on somebody.
I would like the Kleenex dispenser. I use a lot of Kleenexes. That would make sense for me.
The one that got the most votes is weak to me. Super strong grip. What's that?
No, don't you want to cut things with
Yes.
knives?
I don't know. I think super strong grip is pretty. All the other stuff is just.
Wolverine claws is dumb. Screwdriver, why would you need that all the time?
But that's all stuff that you can just have and it's not connected to you. But I don't have anything. I don't have like a. I mean, I guess you're thinking of like a vice. Like how strong? Like super strong. Like it's strong enough to like bend metal or something. Like that would be great to have.
I would think it might depend on what age you are, too. If you're younger, you probably want the smartphone. If you're older, you want that flashlight.
What about a magnifying glass?
That's what I was thinking. Like something so you don't have to put cheaters on when you have to read a menu or read fine print or
But
read
you
your
would
phone.
want that over super strong grip?
No, I don't need it because my vision.
Oh yeah,
I am.
You're fine.
I'm nearsighted.
What about night vision?
No man,
Like you just
night
hold
vision, rain.
your hand
where
up
it
over
takes
your
the
eye.
rain away.
Yeah.
Oh, everything's just blurry. Just telling you, I'm a danger on the roads when it's dark and raining. It's a bit just all the lights.
You've pulled over before.
I've pulled over before. I'm not afraid to pull over.
Is there anything you can wear to help that?
No,
Like-
I think there's some kind of, and especially now with headlights being as, I saw some bright, like crazy blue ones the other day.
And these big dumb trucks are like, 10 feet in the air.
Yeah,
So they're right
at
in
your eye
line.
level.
Mm-hmm.
There are some, I think my sister got some one year for a Christmas gift, some kind of yellow lensed glasses.
Blue blockers?
They're not
No,
blue
it's like
blockers.
they're like
but
shooting
it's-
glasses is what they look like.
It's
They're
something
yellow.
for the lights and
Has this always been an issue, or is it something that's crept up as you got older?
it seems like I've always been kind of a nervous driver in bad weather. So
But like you say you can't see,
the vision is poor.
but that's
That's been
Has
the
it
past
always been that
probably
way?
past 10 years,
I just wonder
15.
if there's like a specific prescription that can target that. Like I don't know. I don't know about eyeballs.
I mean, luckily for you, for the other drivers, I'm on the road during those times when not many other people are.
Right.
So you don't have to worry as much. Because if I'm with Nick, he's driving. And then I just panic the whole time.
Yeah. You're like, I can't see anything. You're going so fast.
Yeah, so the number one was super strong. Is there something else that you can think of that you'd want on that hand? It would be nice to be able to change it out.
I mean, the first thing I thought of was the screwdriver, but I didn't know like super strong grip was available. Like, well, what else? Like
Flamethrower.
Flamethrower would be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
That little Boba Fett rocket wrist thing, like that would be awesome. I don't know who I'm shooting it at.
Screwdrivers got last place.
Yeah, screwdrivers.
Oh, what if my whole arm just turned into a fly rod and I could just fish?
Oh, that's pretty
and
cool.
anytime I wanted, I just had it just robotically came out of my hand.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. All right, so I thought the question of the day could be, because a lot of us are talking this morning about the most Googled question yesterday after the eclipse was, why do my eyes hurt?
Oh, my God.
So I thought it'd be fun
Oh, my God.
to collect my moment of dumb. You knew better.
Yeah.
You knew not to do something, but you did it and you regretted it immediately. You were told not to do this. You couldn't stop yourself.
It's like the button that says, do not push this button.
Yes. It's like when somebody I know licked the iron.
Name names.
Ooh.
It's my brother-in-law. He licked the iron.
Just to see?
I guess he was in a hurry. He didn't want to do the finger.
Oh.
And so he put his tongue on the iron.
Oh, God. Blech.
Or put your tongue on like the cold flagpole or whatever, like in
Oh, yeah.
the Christmas
Double dog
Story.
dare, yeah.
Yeah.
But the moment of dumb that you immediately regretted. They
These
told
might
you not to do
These
it.
might get gruesome.
Just text us. We'll
You might have to bow out of reading these. If there's
Yeah,
if there's
Chris
a
is-
pumpkin and a knife involved.
Chris is going to get the shiver. The shiver.
Yeah, he doesn't want anything to do with it.
You can text us on the Cheney window and door text line 314-669-4665. Moment of dumb.
The Courtney Show.
Brando's.
Well, there is a thread online where people are talking about their favorite insults, and they're not just regular insults. These are insults that don't really sound like insults. It's one of those little like asides where somebody's like, "Oh, okay," and they don't realize that
It's like good for you.
Yeah.
But what about if it's like, I love that you don't really care about how your hair looks.
That is
that's
exactly. One is, I admire your enthusiasm. Or just sigh and say, oh, bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
That one. This is a very kind of poetic one. It's, wisdom has been chasing you, but you have always been faster. That's in a movie. I know that line. How about this one? It's impossible to underestimate you. I admire how you don't let your limitations affect your confidence.
Oh. I think that street smarts is the same kind of thing.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, people might have said to me at a young age, you have street smarts.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't have book smarts, but I've got it's a...
The implication is that you're not you're not good at school.
Yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yes,
Like,
I think that's
hey.
I think that's a.
But then they follow it up with like, but that's good though. 'cause-
I always took it as a compliment, but
like,
it's really
thank
not. It's you're a dummy.
What about when people are like, oh, she's got a great personality?
Yeah. How about that sounds like something you'd say? And then also, what an odd thing to say aloud.
Well, yeah, but they deserve it.
Yeah.
It sounds like those people deserve those retorts.
Yeah, I think they're, and you know that if they're not on the up and up, it's going to take them a while to figure out the fact that they just got insulted. Statistically, moving on, you are more likely to die on your birthday. So The Guardian just did a big thing on this. It's called the birthday effect, and it's based on multiple studies. So there's a study in 2016 found that you're more likely to die on your birthday than any other day of the year. There was a study in 2015 that said you're about 7% more likely. And then another one in 2012 found there is a 13.8% higher chance of you dying on your birthday. They can't specifically say why, but there's just speculation. So our thought is as good as theirs.
That's crazy.
What do you think?
I don't know anyone that's.
I don't know anyone
that's happened
to.
to.
I don't think so.
But like my dad and Nick's dad both close to their birthday.
Really?
Yes.
Well, they say one, if you think about it, you're like, oh, I guess that kind of makes sense. They said birthdays can be depressing. So that's some people, a time when they would possible suicide.
Only a limited of Saturday birthdays left for this one.
Yeah. But they say you're actually, the more likely reason would be that you would have some sort of fall or an accident on your birthday because we
You're
party,
celebrating?
we drink too much,
Yeah.
or we overeat, and they say that can cause a heart attack.
Oh.
So it's like
All right.
it's like the partying effect on your birthday,
And you're
sometimes
older
it
and
gets
you got a bad hip.
yeah, exactly, bad hip or a bad ticker.
Yeah.
Hey, is that Greg Warren?
That's Greg Warren, everyone.
Hey, Greg Warren.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. I've really missed you.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in a while.
I saw you. It was last week.
You did. It was already last week.
Yeah.
Feels like a
Opening
while.
day. I felt like I made more of a mark than that.
It just feels like it's been a while.
Yeah.
I was used to consistent Greg 3 days in a row.
It's been long enough that I suspect the score has changed. What is the score?
No, it's still the same actually. Yeah. Mickey is losing. I think it's 4-3.
I think that's right.
2.
Emily.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Emily is it's still the same score.
Okay.
Yeah.
During the broadcast, he was supposed to keep score during a game, and then he continued the score update throughout the show.
The game was done.
Even
Yeah,
though the
because if
game
you
was,
weren't there, and it defeated Mickey.
Yeah,
And it was
by one.
And she won Silver Dollar City passes.
Yeah, which is pretty cool, right?
That's really cool.
Aren't you sad you missed it?
Thank God I get to relive it right now.
Yeah, Chris.
Riveting. I can't believe
I
I'm
gotta
missing
tell
this.
you, man, it was a real wing dinger. It was.
A 12-year-old boy in England was out walking his dog when he saw something shiny on the ground. He's like, I wonder what this is. So he picked it up and took it in, figure out what it was. And it turned out to be a gold bracelet from ancient Rome. It is 2,000 years old. This is in England. So this is from the time when the Romans occupied England, which is kind of a short period of time. And somebody lost a bracelet, and he
How is it just
found
sitting
it.
there?
I don't know. Maybe it was somebody was in a battle and dropped it.
How much
or
is
something.
this thing worth?
Oh, I can't imagine. 2,000-year-old. It's all gold. It is an artifact. It is, as they would say.
Sounds like somebody's.
like
There's some theft.
$300-400, I would say, at least on that deal.
Or it could be complete fake, because sometimes that happens too. A video is going viral of a guy unboxing one of Amazon's $20,000 tiny homes. It's on the blog today. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Is it
I didn't watch
really,
it either.
really tiny? Is that why it's viral, I wonder?
Well, it's just a tiny home. And I
it's
guess
a tiny
Amazon
home.
is now selling tiny homes for almost $20,000.
Oh, man.
And I think people are curious because that tiny home world, I think people think it would be a great idea. Like, I could just sell all my stuff. This is all I need. And I think there's something interesting, like, what does this thing look like?
Yeah. Owen used to like watching that
Tiny Homes
show.
yeah.
He would get into watching that. I don't know why. And then today is International ASMR Day. So,
do you know what that is, Greg?
It's where like people whisper.
It's a
It's a whisper. It's a whisper thing.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I thought it was a sex thing or something.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is. Just do it hanky panky.
It is now.
Very, very quietly. That's a randos.
Oh,
Randos.
The Courtney Show.
Tuesday tidbits. Tuesday Tidbits,
a new sponsor, renewal by Anderson St. Louis. Call 877-WINDOWS for a free design consultation or see them at rbastl.com. Greg Warren's hanging out with us. He had quite a long day yesterday. This isn't really a tidbit, but you drove to and came home from
Paducah, Kentucky.
Paducah, Kentucky. So you went to Paducah yesterday.
Yeah.
And then drove straight home.
Yep. Yeah, and it was a lot of traffic.
Oh, I can't imagine.
It was should have been a 3-hour trip. It was a 5-hour trip.
Oh, so it just. Wait, why did you go to Kentucky?
We did Nate's podcast broadcasted from the Path of Totality.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were like on the 50-yard line of some high school football field.
Oh, that's awesome.
And, Nate, of course, had it all set up. Nate, there was.
Was there crowds and stuff?
No, it was like just us. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because if people got wind that you guys were there, they would have probably wanted to.
People got wind that Nate was there. They probably. Yeah.
Well,
I don't think.
I said you guys.
Yeah.
Use
Thank
guys.
you. I appreciate you doing that. Yeah. We could say it over the air right now that I'll be in Paducah, Kentucky in a week or something, and I don't think anybody's showing up.
Oh, I think they would.
Maybe if you're in the middle of a football field, though, they want to see what's going on.
Yeah, and then for some video content, we all ran the 40.
Did you?
No way.
And
Did you hurt yourself?
I can't believe you did.
Why would you ask that? Why, I mean,
If I ran a 40 right now,
I was sure I was going to hurt myself. I didn't. I stretched a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We timed the 40s, and they were all real pathetic. But I got the.
Anybody get in the sixes?
We were all in the sixes. I think Nate had the fastest. I was second fastest, and then I think Bates, then John Christ, and then Aaron Weber.
You were second fastest?
Yeah, but then Chris,
that's pretty good.
Chris actually he raced his girlfriend after that, and he beat all of us. Like he was like,
he was trying to warm up.
Yeah. So he looks like a guy that he's tall. He looks like a guy that would be able to run.
He's got a
fast.
longer stride.
Yeah,
Take
much
3
longer.
steps and he's done.
Yeah, and
Are you feeling it today?
no, it was okay.
Well, it's weird. Like if you don't full out sprint in a long time.
Yeah.
I saw a stat that was like, people, like 95% of people over 35 never sprint again in their entire lives.
Oh.
How do you get to the rental car shuttle then?
Wow.
Yeah.
You got to keep that in your back pocket.
I sprint every now and then.
I am way more interested in this than in my tidbits, but
We could
just
make this tidbits
aside,
today.
that Tuesday Tidbits song, it sounds familiar. Is it?
No, it's completely unique.
original.
I don't
You never
have
did.
anything
You
else
never had that with
that's-
any other segment.
sounds
no,
like
not
it
even
at
the
all.
last segment
Okay.
that we did right before this.
Yeah, no, they're completely
I need to think
different
ahead
songs.
when I plan the log to make sure they're separated.
It
but
just feels, and I'm not.
I know you're not one to.
No, when you say something, I take it face value. But I'm just saying.
Well, all we have to say is Kool and the Gang stumbled onto a formula that worked.
for the segments that we have titles to.
Yeah, and I glommed on to their formula.
Yeah, we've had 3 now.
And it sounds
3
How
different
you gonna
segments.
do it if you really don't
Similar.
want to dance?
Floor. It's back up off the floor.
Tell me.
Remember the whole version? I found that. That's
Yeah, that was so great, man.
Was it COVID Quick Hits?
COVID Quick
Yeah,
Hits,
that
the
was
full version. It was
yeah.
it was a gift. It was a gift from Brando to me, and it's still one of my favorite songs.
All right, so some tidbits today. Does anybody have any Eclipse tidbits?
Sure.
I didn't go in that direction.
No, I just think my best
I'm like, it's
things
done.
were Eclipse.
If I don't have to hear the word totality again for another few years, I'll be happy.
It's gonna be
Did
a
you
while.
know that Christopher Columbus, back in the 1500s, he landed in Jamaica, and he didn't mean to land there, and they were stranded, and they didn't have any supplies, and the natives were really good to him for a while. They took care of him and his men for a while. Then they got sick of Columbus and his men, and they didn't feed him anymore. And Columbus knew there was going to be an eclipse, and the eclipse happened, and he told them that was
so
God's...
they thought he was...
He said that was God's way of punishing you for not feeding me, and they started feeding him again.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
That Columbus.
It's crafty.
Not a good guy.
Give him 2 days.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you're that clever.
Yeah.
Give him another day.
Or just give him his day back.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about some other tidbits then. That's a good tidbit. Thank you, Greg.
Very good.
These have nothing to do with the eclipse. These are just things that I've collected through the weeks.
That's kind of the theme of the Tuesday tidbits. Yeah.
What do you guys think, was the first #1 hit in the U.S. by a German-speaking artist?
Falco?
No,
David Hasselhoff?
Rock Me Amadeus.
No, Falco.
Yeah.
Falco,
right.
you got it.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Wow, way to go.
But I would have guessed Nena.
Luft Balloons?
Yeah.
Luft
99
Balloons.
Luft Balloons.
I would have thought the Scorpions had a
She got
#1 hit.
close. She got close, but Rock Me Amadeus was the first #1 hit. Luft Balloons peaked at #2. I'll never forget my brother and I got in a little bit of fist fight over 99 Luft Balloons
Why?
in
Really?
the car because I wanted to hear it and he didn't, and he kept changing the channel.
What did he want to
And then I turned it back, not that song. He just didn't want to hear that song.
Didn't care for it?
Well, the German version, can't really sing along to that one.
It's tough.
Yeah. And there was some punches were thrown.
Hey, is Falco and Der Kommissar, are they this?
I don't.
Are
After
they
the fire,
related in any way? Or
After the
anything?
Fire was the band that did
Der Kommissar.
Der Kommissar, but I think they both did. But
is there some sort of overlap there between Falco
There's
and
something
After the
confusing
Fire?
about it.
I have a little more information about this same
Okay.
tidbit. The next German-speaking artist with #1 hit after you had those two, well, Luft Balloons only hit 2, Milli Vanilli.
Oh, those guys are Robin Faber German?
Yes.
Or are the guys that actually sang the song?
No, just those guys. Just Milli Vanilli. They were the next German-speaking artist to have a #1 song. What if that was? It is my friend.
Was it Blame It on the Rain?
My friend Susan. It's her. I believe it was her first concert.
Oh, that's
not fair.
Right?
Yeah.
What were they doing? Playing concerts and
They
stuff?
were at the Muni. That's where she saw them.
That's crazy.
Yes. It's crazy.
That's the best first concert I've ever heard.
Milli Vanilli, you
That's
like
hilarious.
it?
Yo, I think that's amazing.
It is a
Yeah.
good story.
That's a great
Man, what
story.
a bummer.
I think mine was George Thorogood.
It was?
Yeah.
Six Flags?
No, at the Keel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're bad to the bone.
I am bad.
And then I thought this was interesting. The original book that the students in Heathers, the original book they wanted where they'd underline like suicidal things in a book, it was supposed to be Catcher in the Rye. But they had to switch to Moby Dick when the producers could not get permission. So J.D. Salinger refused to let the movie use The Catcher in the Rye.
Oh, really?
So since Moby Dick was public domain, that's the book they used. Thought that was interesting.
Wow.
All right, what about you guys?
I have an amendment to your. What was the one we were talking about? The Oh, you're Falco.
Yes.
So the question was, After the Fire, what's the relationship there? So After the Fire, I think is a UK band. They did an English language cover of Falco's song Der Kommissar.
Oh.
Falco did it first. He's Austrian. He did like the German version, and then After the Fire did their version. But I guess they did some German lyrics in it too, maybe, didn't they? Or am I making that up?
I don't know.
And I'm only thinking of the Falco version.
It's a great song.
It's a good song no matter what.
All right, what do you
Let's
have,
do one more.
Brandon?
I'll do one more tip. Slash from Guns N' Roses helped fund the dinosaur exhibit at the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History. That was interesting.
Really?
And I'll count the other one.
Like they don't have
Yeah,
enough
love
money?
Slash.
He like
Yeah,
stepped
what
up.
are they-
He's like, people are going to like this.
You know how there's 2 different shapes of butter?
Yes, I did this.
Oh my gosh, we talked about this.
Yeah.
You did this?
Yes, because I
Yeah.
never knew it.
Yeah,
Until I read it. Because you
So
were
you know
just
what
in
they're called?
LA. Yes.
The other
so the
Chicago-
main
it's like
manufacturer is
Schaumburg
in
or something.
Illinois. In Illinois, and then
The Elgin stick.
That's it.
And then the California one is called.
Wait. We just did this
Yeah.
not too long ago.
Isn't
I
that
was
crazy?
fascinated by this. I had no
what
idea.
are the two sticks? I don't get it.
So
The
what?
Elgin stick. So this is the traditional one. It's called the Elgin stick. It's the long one.
That's what we buy here.
That's what we got here.
But then west of the Rocky Mountains, they buy one that's the short one called the
Butter pad.
No,
it's
not east, but
west.
And then his last name is Clapp.
Oh, Stubby.
The Western Stubby.
That's it.
Western Stubby.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's right. It's fascinating that most of those the sticks are supplied by Illinois.
Yeah, that place in Elgin, the dairies.
I didn't know there was a different butter that people would buy in different states.
I just assumed it was wherever the grocery store I was in when I was in California, like that they just happened to have that. I didn't realize, like, oh no, everywhere you go there, it's going to be this Western
Well,
Stubby.
you're like dairy lineage, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I come from a long line of
dairymen.
You
probably have strong.
I think it's called derriers.
That's the out. Tuesday tidbits.
Tuesday tidbits. Tuesday tidbits.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, St. Louis. Call 877-WINDOWS for a free design consultation or see them rbastl.com.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, St. Louis. Call 877-WINDOWS for a free design consultation or see them at rbastl.com. Greg Warren hanging out with us. Greg's going to be at the streets of St. Charles this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, correct?
Yes.
And then Sunday is the family-friendly show.
Yes.
Which I love to go to. Unfortunately, I can't go this year. But
Oh, no.
I know, I'm bummed out.
Oh, no.
But that's seats for other people to go.
Yeah.
Because it always sells well.
It's good. Yeah, it's limited shows, just one on Friday and two on Saturday, and they're on the earlier side on Saturday. Like a 5:30 and an 8.
It was like
Love that 5:30
everything
show.
was perfect for me to go this weekend, but we got to go to a volleyball tournament this week.
I drove through your town last night. I drove
Really?
through Waterloo last night.
Did you go through Redbud also?
No, I've been to Redbud, but
Okay.
I don't know. I was coming home from Paducah, and there was like crazy traffic
Traffic
and
is
wrecks, and I
bonkers.
just somehow I wound up going through Waterloo. And I just saw it. I'm like, hey, this is where Brandon lives.
Did everybody wave at you? Like, hey, Greg Warren.
It was dark, you know.
I told them to wave
I know,
anytime you
sorry.
came through.
It's very
town, so
specific with them.
I asked.
really pisses me off. If you follow Britney Spears on social media, you know she enjoys getting mostly naked often. So some people are kind of naturally wondering, why not just go on OnlyFans and make some money? Because she doesn't seem interested in making songs, any music right now, other than she claims that what she writes for people every now and again. I think we've talked about that, but like, whatever. Well, a so-called OnlyFans manager, her name is Celeste Franklin. By the way, I looked up Celeste Franklin because it's a very specific spelling. I cannot find any trace of this person on the internet, so I don't know. I don't know if I should trust this source,
Okay.
but Celeste believes that if Britney joined OnlyFans, she could make around $100 million a year. She figures she'd make about $13 million to $18 million in her first month, and then it would level off to about $6 to $9 million per month after that. So overall, about $100 million a year she would be making if she went over to OnlyFans. And it doesn't necessarily mean when you're on OnlyFans that it's a lot of nudity. Some of these celebs that go over are not doing a ton and still, I guess, banking. So I don't know. It's a whole thing. Insiders, however, say Britney has no interest in doing OnlyFans, so don't think it's going to happen. Question for you, is it okay to wear a band's merch if you don't know any of the band's songs?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I know. I'm just like,
You got a little something. Take a little sip
little
of something.
Yeah, man.
I saw a video of a guy going up to a girl, and she had a shirt on, and he goes, "Can you name 2 Jeff Gordon songs?" And it was a Jeff Gordon like racing shirt, and she was like, "I don't know his music. I just like the shirt."
I kind of feel like that when I wear my stag sweatshirt. it gets more recognized than anything I wear.
Because the beer? Stag beer?
Yeah, I have a Stag beer sweatshirt, and people...
And you feel like, because you don't drink Stag beer?
I don't drink Stag beer. I've drank Stag beer.
But then you're fine.
It was not good.
No.
I think it was warm.
It's a great logo.
I find myself ordering Stag now just so I can
don't
wear
feel like
my
a poser?
sweatshirt. Yes.
I feel wrong. And it's
people love it.
Yes.
People love the sweatshirt.
Like I went to pick up pizza at Dewey's one night, and the guy that's flipping the crust in the air pointed to my sweatshirt and he gave me a thumbs up.
Yeah. And the pizza came down on his head.
The pizza's
and then he went like this, and then his name appeared under him like a sitcom.
Too many cooks. Anyway, so that's the question out there. Apparently, the old rule, I've never heard of this. The old rule is if you're going to wear a band's merch, you need to know at least 3 of their songs. Which, and I guess that kind of makes sense. But
when you say no, do you mean like...
I think you need to be able to know
sing them? Or do you, like first 5 notes type of no?
I think you need to know the song. You don't, not like every lyric or anything, but like
just need to know
you
the
can
name.
hum along to Sweet Home Alabama, but you don't necessarily know all the songs. There's one.
Yeah.
Give Me 3 Steps. You know that one?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Call Me the Breeze.
I don't think I'd be able to come up with them.
So you can wear Leonard Skinner.
You don't know Leonard Skinner?
No, I know all those songs, but if you told
Ronnie Van Zant.
If you told me I had to come up with 3 of them,
I would get nervous and not be able to do it. Like if you
I would have trouble.
You have Duran Duran was a big band for you, so you could probably do it. But like,
oh yeah, I could go on for days.
Did you play New Moon on Monday yesterday?
No.
Oh my God, it's the perfect thing.
It was a perfect thing.
Perfect thing.
Where were you?
New Moon on Monday.
We really missed it. We just played the Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Big swing. Well, let's.
New Moon on Monday is a better song.
2047 is the next one. So
2044.
2044. We'll get you back, St. Louis. 2044.
I won't.
What?
That's a long time, man.
You're sticking.
No, you're going to be on the show
for the long haul.
I hope not.
Yeah, we're going to be. We'll be doing it. Now we can't wish me a 75th birthday.
No, never.
We can't.
Some rules will stick.
Oh yeah,
yeah, absolutely. That's the only thing that's going to keep radio afloat. There's rules like that.
Yeah, man. It'll be well, I don't know. 20 years from now, it'll be Owen and. Owen and TC3 show. That's a good morning show right there.
That might actually be pretty enjoyable.
You're waking up with Owen and TC3.
Don't forget about Jack Convey.
Jack Convey. Are you kidding?
He'll be running this
Jack
place.
Convey will have his own. He's a media mogul.
Yeah, he'll be selling flying cars.
I went over the other day. He tried to sell me insurance.
And you bought it.
I did. Jack, a name like Jack Convey, he better not be doing a morning show. I'll tell you that right now.
All right. Well, let's find some other stories to do. Oh, Eddie Van Halen, apparently big pizza lover back in the day. Of course, everybody loves pizza. But the story is that Valerie Bertinelli was talking about it when he passed away. They were all kind of, standing around in his hospital room, and they're like, well, Eddie loved pizza. Should we order some pizza? And so they had pizza.
Did
in his room.
And I read something about he wasn't able to eat toward the end.
Yeah, and
all he wanted was pizza.
They said all he wanted was pizza, so let's have some pizza in his honor.
She was in town this weekend.
Valerie Bertinelli?
Yeah,
Really?
she has a book, and she did a book tour. I saw more people on Facebook that were at this event that she was signing books and giving a talk, and apparently people loved her.
Why do we
She's
never
just
get
a likable?
that stuff?
I don't know. Why didn't anybody?
On, man.
We get all
thing.
these other dumb book authors that they're not coming to town.
No.
Has nothing to do with St. Louis.
But I would have loved to have interviewed her.
Yeah.
Would Nick have gone to see her just to be close
to Eddie?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she seems like a cool person.
Yeah, she does.
It would have been, dang it. Jonathan Majors, he was sentenced to 52-week in-person domestic violence intervention program. That's part of his conviction of a reckless assault to his ex-girlfriend, that Grace Jabari. So no prison sentence unless I think he messes this up. Then he could end up in prison. But this sounds like, I'm not going to say a slap on the wrist, but it could have been a lot worse for him based on the charges. So CBS is ending 3 of their shows next month. Bob Hart's Abishola. I can never say
My
that.
buddy Billy Gardell is
really?
lead actor in that.
And then Young Sheldon and SWAT. So all three ending that. Bob Hart's Abishola is May 6th, the series finale. Young Sheldon is May 16th, and then SWAT is May 17th.
I like Young Sheldon.
I love it. It's so good.
It's a good show.
Annie Potts, to me, and
She's
Craig T.
fantastic,
Nelson.
man. She's so good.
And the mom and dad.
Yeah.
Sheldon's the least appealing character
They're
on that
getting
show.
rid of him, basically, because there's some other spinoff. They're like, we
with
got to get rid
Georgie
of this Sheldon.
and his wife.
Oh, there's going to be a Georgie show?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
I'll check it out.
John Mulaney is going to do a new special for Netflix.
I'm excited about
this. It's called Everybody's in LA. It's a 6-episode long series.
It sounds like it's live.
I think it is.
Is it live?
Is it like Throwback Live?
No, Netflix is like obsessed with live right now. Like the roast is going to be like they want to do live programming. We're going to do a live toss to our show by like some other
really,
hopefully big name that's going to make it feel like our show is live.
Well, he doesn't say specifically who's going to be on it, but it says maybe people like Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, and David Letterman. Maybe.
It's so funny. The promos are funny.
I'll have to watch this to understand what's going on. But it's during this time when lots of comedians are in LA. So that's when this is going to happen. I guess they're just going to go live and see who they can grab.
Well, is it the Netflix's joke?
Yeah, Greg's
That's what I
be there.
assumed, yeah.
So, yeah, me and Tim
So
are
you
doing
could
a
end
show
up
there.
on Mulaney's show.
I know John.
Stalk him.
I don't think
Call him up.
I don't think I'm on the
short list.
No, I don't think so.
I'm on a short list.
Different kind.
Different kind.
Aw.
All right.
Madonna pulled Ricky Martin up on stage.
Doesn't feel as good when you do it.
Yeah, don't make fun of yourself.
Man,
funny at all.
Well, it's called Nikki. It's funniest when she does it.
Nikki does it. It's real good.
Yeah.
You can feed her the lines.
She
and
just
then
says it.
She doesn't need my lines. I mean,
She says it in a variety of different ways.
Yeah. Very quickly, too.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
It's like if it wasn't so funny, it would almost be repetitive, but it's not. It's like a brand new thing.
Yes.
every time.
Yes.
it's because she really means it.
Yeah.
It comes from the heart.
Yeah, it's organic.
Madonna pulled Ricky Martin up on stage, and some of her dancers gave him a lap dance.
I put this on the blog.
He liked the dance a lot.
Yes.
Maybe a little too much. He should have stayed seated.
I guess she does something. I do want it. I want to see this show.
Yeah, I would.
You're
like
going to have a
she's-
lot to say about it, I think.
Well, because the last time I saw her, it was terrible. And she's performing all the hits. And a friend of mine, I talked to him, they went to Houston to see it, and he said it was really, really good.
Madonna?
Yeah, because she never does hits,
I gotta
usually.
see.
Oh, really?
No. Last time I saw her, it was nonsense. It was just a nonsense show. It was not Madonna. It was.
She's not really doing them now either.
I don't care, but I get to hear them all in one place.
It's just her dancing to her vocal track
I don't
from
know.
1987.
Oh, really?
Is that what people are saying?
Yeah, we
Yes.
saw a video and we're like, that's
It's
doesn't sound like that
the track
anymore.
exactly.
It's exactly the track.
No way.
Yeah. I don't think that's whatever. Lots of celebrities shared pictures of them looking at the eclipse yesterday with their glasses on. I mean, so many pictures. Did you click through them?
Oh, there are.
It just never ended. And finally, we had to stop. But there are tons and tons of pictures.
Did you
can
guys
check
see
out.
it?
Yeah.
What was it yesterday? Son of a
man.
We didn't get to see what you saw.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't.
so awesome.
I didn't do the totality.
It's really cool, man.
But Waterloo was really, 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 really.
Oh, so
close.
was Fairview. It was like
Yeah, yeah.
99.7%.
Yeah,
Really?
we are
Yeah.
too. So it was. I got the
It
idea.
was good.
Chris,
I got
did
the
you see
idea.
it?
Yeah, I mean, I got the totality is it's a different thing than what we got.
Totally, man.
It's totality.
I
really.
wasn't sure that they were going to have glasses. I don't know why. I'm sure they did. Of course, they had like a ton of glasses, but I was like running around trying to get glasses, and I heard that Cracker Barrel had them, and they were out. And then I went to Sonic.
Cracker Barrel always has everything.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And
They're
then
still selling them today
I spent like $50 in the store because
because they got good stuff.
And then you showed up, and Nate, of course, had a bunch.
Like a
Oh,
box
yeah, a
of
ton.
them.
Yeah. I mean, it was a full production on there. Nate's mom and dad, his aunt,
his van,
his sister,
his
the
buses.
truck, the bus was there. They flew there. There was
Nate Bargatze is who we're talking about.
Yeah, 10 crew and everything. Of course they had glasses. But,
Of course they did.
But I was like, I'm going to be the idiot that shows up to the eclipse party
And you're
with
just
no
going to be
glasses.
standing there looking at everybody.
What's it look like, man?
On TV tonight, Password. That's 9 o'clock on NBC. That's got the Bella twins on it. And then Neil Brennan has a new comedy special. It's called Crazy Good. That's available on Netflix starting today. I'm Brando, your Hollywood outsider. Here's Bon Jovi.
The Courtney Show.
Congratulations to Tom Casey, the winner of Yacht Rock Madness, brought to you by the loading dock on the river in Grafton, Illinois, and the winner of the Courtney Show and staff, Chris Convey, pulls ahead.
Yeah, come from
championship round
That
to
seems
take.
appropriate. He's kind of, I mean, it's just his genre, you know?
Yeah, I shouldn't. We should have been 1
Yes,
2.
yes,
I mean,
yeah.
That's the way it should have gone. And look at us now.
Yeah.
1 and 2, because I picked Brandy, you picked Sailing.
Sailing does just feel like the kind of the absolute center of.
The thing I was most disappointed in this Yacht Rock Madness was that no Michael McDonald moved on.
Oh,
like, to me, he is the center of Yacht Rock, either as backing vocals on that Kenny Loggins song, which didn't move on out of the first round.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like, to me, that sound, that backing track of Michael McDonald on a song feels Yacht Rock to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was Magnet and Steel in the bracket?
It wasn't. I don't like that.
Egan?
Walter Egan. I don't like that song.
I know you don't like that song, but that's like
I like it.
What about that one? We were talking about it the other day. I heard the Greg Warren hanging out with us this morning. I heard it the other day, and it's a real cheat. Bobby Caldwell. Do you remember that song?
I don't know that one.
Is it Kiss the Boys or
No, I can't remember but it's got a real cheesy sound. And the Yacht Rock stations love it. I'm sure we play it on our HD2 Yacht Rock station. Bobby Caldwell. The song is called What You Won't Do for Love, I think. This is it.
Oh, that's a good song. Yeah,
I like this song.
love that
You
song.
do?
I do.
Love that song.
Here you go.
This is a big TikTok song now.
I think you're right.
That's why we were talking about it, because Nick was viewing TikTok and I
big on
heard the
TikTok,
song. I'm like, is that Bobby Caldwell?
Yeah, because it's, something happens at the beginning of the video and then people do I guess you've wondered where I've been.
Got it. Okay, because I was wondering why it kept coming up on when Nick was viewing TikTok clips.
There's a few songs that are just, once a trend starts happening, everybody just jumps on board, and then that song's just a huge thing.
It's amazing how often I'll be listening to like some weird mix that I've got on my phone, and Aaron and Owen know the song. I'm like, how do you know that? I'm like, well, Dad, this is all over
TikTok.
The videos. I'm like, oh, okay.
Bobby Caldwell, is he still with us? Let's see. Nope. He passed away last year.
Oh, man.
There it is.
Yeah.
Greg Warren performing this weekend, Streets of St. Charles, Funny Bone.
Yeah.
And the mean streets of St. Charles.
Streets of
we
St.
found
Charles.
out the streets have turned to mean.
And less of an opportunity for you to see him this weekend. Usually he does a Thursday show, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But really, you have Friday 2 shows.
Friday 1 show.
1 show. Saturday 2 shows, a early bird.
It's 5:30 and an 8, I think, is what we're looking at.
And then the family show on Sunday.
Yeah.
Where you're inviting kids to come out.
Yeah, it's pretty fun,
tell some
man.
jokes. Is TC2 going to be there?
He has said he's probably going to show up on. It's tricky because Emma still can't pick up Timo. I don't think. But yeah, he's working. I think he may come out on Saturday.
I can barely pick up Timo. He's a brick.
He's a maniac
Solid.
lately, huh?
How's he liking the baby?
Mom says that he'll see things on a table and he'll just throw them off the table.
He throws stuff a lot. Yeah.
He just likes to hear the destruction.
Wow.
Oh man, he likes to roughhouse. He loves playing.
And how is he accepting the new baby to the house?
I don't know. We'll have to ask Tim. I don't know.
Because that's got my sister. I remember my mom told us stories when my brother was born. She'd act like she was real excited, but when my mom was out of the room, like she's rocking him, and then she would rock him real fast.
way.
Yeah, she was a little devilish.
The first time I saw Timo when I got back in town, he was excited. Look, all the nephews and Catherine were excited to see me, and then he was really excited to see me. But I hadn't seen Jack yet, but he was right there, and I was like, I think I got to focus.
Yep.
I got to be loyal to my guy.
Yes, you do.
Jack's just gonna have to wait.
Jack's not gonna know.
I'm gonna keep clowning around with this guy.
Yeah,
until
and Timo was like, "There's nothing to see over there."
Yeah, I was like, hey, do you want to introduce me to your brother? Like, what's going on here? And he was just like, I'm out of here.
Yeah. All you have to do is go put a bunch of stuff on the table, and you're like, hey, well, I hope nobody knocks that off. And he's like, I'll be right back. And you're like, all right, give me that baby. Alex used to bite her little brother when he was a baby. Like when they would leave the room.
That sounds like an Alex
She's like,
move.
and bite him on the arm or something.
This guy from McClure bit me one time in a wrestling match.
What?
Yeah.
Do you want to name names?
I think his name was Rob. I can't remember. He was a decent wrestler, but I was.
Where did he bite you?
On my arm. I was beating him pretty good, and he bit me.
And he bit you?
Oh man, that's
got to be like a big no-no.
Did anybody know?
I think he got. Yeah, I think I showed the ref the bite mark, and it was a point against him or something.
Just a point.
Yeah,
he should have been.
I remember my dad was like, it was. He bit me and then he like punched me, and then my dad was like, I don't care if you get thrown out of this match. I want. He was like,
street fight.
Yeah,
break him.
And I was
break
like,
him.
No, I'm going to win the match. Like, I was like, I don't care. I'm just going to continue to beat him. Like,
Rob.
Yeah.
Your name is Rob from McClure.
He knows
McClure
who he
North.
is. Yeah, no, McClure.
Oh, McClure. Okay.
Yeah.
Bad news,
He's a
Rob.
biter.
He was a biter, man. Yeah.
So yesterday you drove to.
I might have bit a guy in practice one time.
You know what? We don't have time, but I do want to talk to you about your trip.
Okay, fine. I was just admitting.
No. I want to hear about your trip to Paducah and how people can listen to it if they want to.
Oh yeah, Nate. It's the Nate Land podcast. It'll come out tomorrow, I think.
And when does the video of the 40-yard dash?
I don't know when that comes out. I'm sure it won't be good.
Who is the oldest to participate in the dash?
Me. Yeah.
And you got second. You
I
got
got
to feel
second.
good about that, man.
Yeah. We didn't race against each other. We just individually did times. So it wasn't like we all lined up and raced against each other. It was like you go, then you go.
Oh.
Then you go. Yeah. And
there's something about the group running that I think changes
I think
how
so.
fast you run.
I think so. Yeah. And like I said, John Christ probably would have beat all of us. He came out slow. And then when he decided he wanted to run, he did better. He's a little taller.
Why did you decide to do this? Because you were on a football field?
Nate, we were on a football field. And
because I was the first person to ever run the bases at Roger Dean Stadium.
Really?
I did.
Whoa.
I looked like a total
Down there
fool.
in Florida?
Yeah, I was there for their first year. I'm like, has anybody ever asked to run the bases? They said no. I did it.
That's impressive.
I don't think there was video even then.
Why wasn't that in
their
the
video cameras were not. No, they were around, but I don't know if anybody videoed it or not.
Why wasn't that in who won the show last week at the?
I forgot about it until this moment.
Chris, he missed it. I revealed that when I was 10 or 11, it was after a game. It was raining really hard. I went and peed on the Busch Stadium and Busch Stadium 2.
On the field, right?
On the field, yeah.
Wait, why?
On the field.
I don't know. I had to go. And, it was a different time, and we
I
were
understand
kids.
how you had access to be able to pee on
We could just
field.
go down. We just went down there. I don't know. It was like
security was real lax at the
it
old
was.
Busch
And
Stadium.
it was raining, and I think it was Busch Bash, and it might have been a doubleheader, and it was in between games or something.
Oh my God!
Yeah, there was this thing called Busch Bash back then that was a big deal, man. Yeah, and we went.
What was it?
It was a baseball game with a lot of.
It was like it wasn't. Was it professional players or past?
No. Busch
Former.
Bash was just a regular game, but there was like party elements to the game.
Oh yeah.
And I do remember like my parents bringing in coolers to.
No way.
Yes. Oh yeah, man.
Isn't that crazy?
Isn't that nuts? Yeah.
How great would that be?
They brought coolers. Coolers to the stadium.
Well, I think they canceled it because people kept peeing on the field. Like, we got it.
Yeah.
This isn't where it smells.
I think that's gonna. I've always wanted to do something with the Cardinals, and I just sealed the deal with that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think
That was a whole other ownership group. You're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you might be
right.
Yeah,
So was Augie and the gang.
Right.
Yeah.
Greg Warren, get tickets to see him at Streets of St. Charles this weekend, Friday, Saturday, the Kids Show on Sunday. stlouisfunnybone.com is where you can reserve your tickets now. Let's get a look at your traffic.
The Courtney Show.
Greg Warren hanging out with us. He stopped by because he's got shows. He likes us, but he also has shows at the Streets of St. Charles Funny Bone this weekend, and he would love for you to attend.
I'd love it. I got some new stuff I've been working on. I'm pretty excited about it. And yeah, it's going to be fun.
So much enthusiasm
really
over there.
Selling it.
Well, these guys know me.
You're a little tired.
I'm not that tired. I don't know. I'm all right.
Okay, tell us about your day yesterday. So you got up at what time and you got
up
on the
at 7, drove to Paducah,
Kentucky,
to do the Nate Land podcast. Got in town a little bit early. Had some barbecue. It was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? Anyone want to name it?
Backyard barbecue or something.
You just went to somebody's backyard.
Hole in the
Seems
wall.
rude.
Yeah, just yes.
You didn't go to Patty's. There's a place you always see the sign for Patty's Settlement.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Petit, I think is what. Yeah. I did see a place on the way back called, I think it may be in Illinois. It's called Fatty Patty's.
Yeah, a different place.
Yeah,
that's a different kind of thing.
You were talking about Ernie Petty's early 1800 settlement. Yeah.
Oh, it is Petit's.
Yeah, it's Patti. I believe.
Yeah, that's Patty.
I think it's Petit. I don't know.
I believe you. I've never been. I've only seen the sign.
Yeah. If you have a daughter and you're going to name her Patricia or Patty, just if there's any sign that she might have in your family that she might have a weight problem, don't name her that, because these kids are
they're gonna go after that.
They're gonna put Fatty and Patty together pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You know.
I think times have changed.
Yeah, you're probably right. They don't do that anymore, huh?
I don't know.
Kids
kids are still mean. So you got up at 7. You drove to Paducah. You went and you watched the eclipse before you did the podcast.
No, we.
Oh, you did the podcast prior to
live.
Oh, during the podcast.
The eclipse. Yeah, it's like
eclipse.
a 2-hour podcast, and we started about a half hour before, and then.
Was the running all during the podcast too?
No, that was afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was extra content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a sort of, there was some kid out there punting on the field, and Nate got the idea. Let's run some 40s. I didn't think it was a good idea. But.
And who was all involved in the podcast in Paducah yesterday?
Nate Bargatze, Brian Bates, who's a regular cast member, Aaron Weber, a regular cast member, very funny. John Christ, a funny comic, and me were on air. And then there's all kinds of behind-the-scenes people.
How many behind-the-scenes people are there?
There was like 10. I mean, Nate's sister, Abigail, kind of runs a lot of his business.
Uh-huh.
And then Nate's wife, Laura, was there. Nate's dad was there, who's and his mom. Nate's dad is like this incredibly good magician, like really, really talented. And really funny. Like you can see, okay, this is part of why Nate's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you did the podcast. We got a text from somebody saying that her husband's obsessed with the Nate Land podcast.
Oh, yeah?
And so it'll come out tomorrow?
I think tomorrow, yeah.
I checked that video of you guys running. It's not up yet, so maybe that'll come out tomorrow too.
Yeah.
And how many hours did it take you to get home from Paducah, Kentucky?
About 5. I think, yeah. I mean, 50. I was going to come up 57 to 64, and it was like, Google Maps is saying don't do that. And then I was going to just cut over to Cape Girardeau and cut up 55, and they were saying don't do that.
Oh, yeah, that was worse.
Terrible.
So I had to kind of turn around and go up 3 through Illinois, and that's when I went through Brando's town, man.
Yeah,
good looking town, man. No, not Red
Waterloo.
Bud. Waterloo.
I don't know how you didn't go through Red Bud.
I might have.
He doesn't know.
It doesn't take long. You blink and you'll miss it.
I was looking at my phone the whole time. I don't know what.
Just saying. It's on Route 3.
Somebody from the 636 said it took them 7 hours to get home to Wentzville from Cape Girardeau. 7 hours.
7 hours.
No way, man.
I saw it.
It's
it was
normally shorter.
Crazy.
Yeah, was it an accident, you think? Or
no.
It was just unbelievable
traffic?
volume. Yeah.
Everybody was just going down there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they said, we talked about it this morning, more people were, because they sold more glasses this year than they did in 2017. So, like, more people were, like, into it.
I think it's true what you said. People that are like, whatever, and didn't partake last time were mad that they didn't.
Yeah, next time is 2044, guys.
Unless you go to Iceland or Greenland.
Yeah, who goes to Iceland ever? Oh, wait.
Chris Convey hangs out there.
I'll
man.
go back. I think Michael Chandler kicked it at the Blue Lagoon.
I think you should go back and wear your sweater, Dickie.
Oh yeah, I've got that somewhere. It's got to make a resurgence.
We should get someone who knits to create a sweater to go with it, like to finish
to
it.
just clip on, finish the sweater.
Yeah, I know, like
That's a great
buttons.
idea.
It'll button all at the top.
I like
Was
that.
that a
Snaps.
Dickie?
Yeah, that's just a Dickie.
Really?
It's great, isn't it?
I'll see if I can show
There
you.
need to be
That's
more
amazing.
of those. You know who would buy one of those in a heartbeat? Nick Sansone.
Really?
Oh, gosh,
Well,
you're
he's
right.
a scarf guy now.
Yeah, he is, man. He was all scarfed up at the,
He
and I was
scarfs.
envious.
He scarfs.
Man, when I was at the opening day, I mean, it was so cold out there, and I was walking to my friend Stacy's tailgate, and here's Nick, all scarfed up, man.
He's a scarf.
No,
he
he was
started
born
a
for that
few
weather.
years ago, and it's part of his. It's part of his
and
life
he knows
now.
how to wrap them or fold
He
them.
does
or,
a real like an origami
it's
style
a tight.
wrap.
It's a tight
Yeah.
little.
Yeah, I don't even know
weaving.
how it
He does
works.
not love coats, and so if he's wearing a lighter jacket, the scarf has saved him from the cold.
Oh yeah. On the topic of coats, I went to Toledo this past weekend to do a show, and my coat is in
I
the
saw your-
security at Lambert Field.
Wait, I
No
want.
way.
I went
What
to.
happened?
I was on the plane, and the guy was talking about how it was going to be cold when we got into Detroit, and I was like, oh no, I left my coat at security, and I'm sure they were probably
I
saying,
thought they confiscated it, but you just left it.
I love your post that you put up, and it's so true. He said, let's see, where is it?
I think I said
You said I left my coat.
at airport security,
Yeah.
I do not deserve to have a coat.
Yes,
I mean, it's a rookie move. It's stupid. I've
man,
been
that's
traveling my
something
whole
you
life.
did in your, when you're in your early 20s.
The only
Okay, maybe it was just me. I left I lost
yeah.
everybody's coats.
I had a
in my
varsity
family.
Letterman's jacket from Mizzou. I don't have that. I left it somewhere.
Yeah, because when you leave the place, you're warmer.
Yeah.
You're drunk.
I don't know what.
I did not say that.
The only saving grace of me leaving my coat as an adult at 55 is that my dad can't really yell at me about it now.
I know. But you're beating
Can
yourself
you imagine
up about
when you
it.
were a kid if you would have left your coat at security?
Oh my God.
Dude, I left in my teens so many of my family's coats places. My grandpa, it was handed down to my dad, this Vicuna fur coat. It was an overcoat, and that's what you wore in the
Vicuna
80s.
fur.
Yeah, it's like a Vicuna.
What animal is a vicuna?
It's a Vicuna. I don't know. It's a Vicuna fur coat that had his name stitched in it, and I left it somewhere.
Vicuna Matata.
I just saw the picture of Chris with the sweater.
The sweater Dickie.
That's hilarious.
I lost so many coats though back
It's
in the day.
such a
Greg.
different guy in that picture, man. He looks like
Let
a
me see the pic-
serious
let me see the-
explorer.
Let me see the. Oh my gosh, that's not as cool as that.
No, that guy looks like a serious explorer,
Yes.
like a model type guy.
Yeah, like from like the 20s.
It looks
Yeah.
like something you get in the frame you buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got this picture. It's just a bunch of jerks.
Yeah, a bunch of yahoos.
Yeah.
Vicuna,
And then there's that
it's like
picture there where he looks like Alan Thicke.
looks like an alpaca, like a little camel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does look like
It's kinda
Alan.
He
nice
looks like
thing.
Alan Thicke in that picture right there.
In which one?
This one.
Yeah, he does look like he's
Yeah.
getting ready to do a lounge singing act.
I love Alan
I say he
Fish.
looks like Han Solo in that one. That's like Star Wars.
Oh yeah, with the vest.
That vest.
We have pictures all over our studio in case you're wondering. And the new backdrop for the Courtney Show when we go out for events to broadcast.
It was a hit.
We had the first ever use of it at opening day.
It was the same stuff.
Same stuff.
It was so cool,
People
though,
like
man.
it. It looks great.
It was
does.
so cool.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Is
We
it
stood
literally the
out,
same
man.
photos?
Yeah, but not all. Obviously, it's smaller, so there's just a few photos on it.
okay.
It's cool.
All right.
We represented well out there. We did.
We
Yeah?
look good. We look
Yeah,
better than the
we
Cardinals.
missed you. We missed you. We missed Tim, but
It looked sharp. It was it looked professional.
Oh God, that's
I know.
for a
It's new.
change.
Yeah.
It's new for us. And
So we got to get rid of it.
And the shirts are great that we have to give away for future events.
Oh, they're just generic shirts. We didn't do an opening day one?
Well, no, but they're a baseball shirt.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
you haven't seen the shirts?
No, I got to go see.
These are awesome, man. These are the best. These are great shirts.
Really?
Yeah, they're like
Like the
they're
three-quarter
like
length?
Tim's Ludo shirt for the Cardinals.
Oh,
that
cool.
that kind of shirt, but even a softer material and great colors.
Yeah, great material.
Man, I got to ask you. You know this guy Todd Gilliard? Gilliard,
sounds
NASCAR
familiar.
driver. Have you heard of this guy?
Okay, yeah.
His people reached out to me. They want us to do something together, man.
What? What are you going
And
to do?
one of the things they offered was I could go in the NASCAR pit.
What?
Yeah, I thought of you, man.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about
Get
NASCAR.
in there, baby.
You think so? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got to do that.
What's the word on your Blue Angels flight?
They haven't gotten back to me. I think they need to
vet you.
Yeah, I think they need to vet
you
me.
might be a security threat.
Yeah, I'm getting vetted. So,
how long were you in Iceland? What do you
I've
mean?
turned in the stuff, but man,
This is not a real sweater in this picture, is it?
I read the bio you sent them on the air.
Oh, you did?
It was spectacular.
Did it get some laughs?
If they didn't pick you based on that bio alone,
yeah, come on.
Well, then they don't deserve you.
Then they don't deserve you, and I turn my back on the Blue Angels.
Yeah.
If they don't pick you.
They don't deserve you.
I'll say it right here on the air. I'll turn my back on the Blue Angels if they.
No, you better not.
I will.
Blue Angels is the greatest organizations that have ever been created.
Yeah, but if they don't take Chris Convey,
Okay,
I'm done with him.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
finished. I'll turn my back on him. Yeah.
What a guy.
He supports you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know how that hurts me.
It does hurt you.
That means I can't go to any more Blue Angels events.
They're going to be here in June.
Yeah, I can't buy the merchandise. None of it. I'll burn all my Blue Angels merchandise.
Oh my God, that bonfire will be seen
that's
from the
huge.
heavens.
Extensive.
Yeah. All my stuff
Hey,
is
if you
gone.
do that, make sure you call Nick because he'd like to be a part of the fire.
Oh, that's right. He likes to burn
He likes a
stuff.
fire.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
No, it doesn't. It
We
doesn't at all.
also we talked about when you were gone that Nick doesn't really care for strangers.
Oh, wait, he's talking about the pickleball thing?
Remember when we played pickleball? If anybody Chris is such a nice guy, would be like, well, just join our group. And then we'd be, and if you're on Nick's team and some stranger is on the other team, it's like, look at this guy, man. He had a nickname for the guy within 5 seconds.
Look at this blue shoes here.
Yeah.
All right,
Does not like strangers at all, man.
No, he does not.
Greg Warren, our guest, hanging out with us. You can get tickets right now, stlouisfunnybone.com for his shows this weekend. Friday, Saturday, 2 shows, and the kids show, family show on Sunday. But you're going to hang out with us for a little while longer. We have First 5 Notes coming up with a chance for you to win tickets to see Heart.
The Courtney Show.
All this talk about the 7:30 show. Cheryl wrote back, never mind, I'm going Friday. Sorry.
It's always like that, and I always panic. I'm like, oh my God, this is all screwed up, and then they're like, oh, I was looking the wrong day.
So don't worry about that. I want to let you know that
Friday's going to be fun, Cheryl.
somebody asked about. I'll make sure I hit it again. We were talking about the Sweater Dickie picture, the Alan Thicke picture of Chris Convey that is up in our studio. Our wrap in the studio has pictures all over it. I posted those at the Courtney Show STL.
Ooh, check them out.
Is that a
good
bad
pictures.
picture? That the
No,
Sweater
they're like
Dickie.
the 2 best pictures of me ever. So
They're great pictures, man.
post away.
Yeah, right. Like if it were some terrible picture.
No, the one in the sweater, Dick, he looks like an important man.
Yeah. And he's really lost in an
like,
important thought.
And then you see the real picture, and it's like, these are a bunch of idiots.
Somebody in the Great Taste Gang made it the cover photo for the Great Taste Gang.
Oh my God! There we go.
The Sweater
Now we're
Dickie.
talking.
now you're regretting it.
It was Tim. Tim did that. It's good. It's a good.
That's great,
It looks
man.
good.
That's an important man right there.
Yeah, he's about to explore something that's never been explored before.
And he's wary.
Yeah, he's
wary.
He has. He's been traveling.
Yeah,
But he's
his
optimistic.
supplies are dwindling.
He's
he's a little worried about
not sure he
scurvy.
wants to do it, but he knows he has to.
Yeah.
He's about to go open a crate made of wood.
The Courtney Show STL. They're also on the blog. I posted a bunch of stuff today. Couldn't tell you one thing because it was at 4:30 this
really
morning.
early.
But lots of different links. I want to congratulate once again Tom Casey, the winner of $500 for Yacht Rock Madness, and Chris Convey, the winner of the Employee pool.
That's $5,000, isn't it?
That's 5 G's.
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
$5,000.
No G's.
Walking away with
No
it.
G's?
Mm-mm.
0 G's?
0 anything.
I'm going to have to go back to exploring.
Yeah, you are.
That doesn't pay well either.
No, it does not.
And thank you to
All you get is some sweater dickies.
the loading dock on the river in Grafton, Illinois for sponsoring Yacht Rock Madness.
Yeah, that was fun.
Greg will be at the Streets of St. Charles Funny Bone this weekend. Friday, 1 show. Saturday, 2 shows. And Sunday, there's that family/kids show.
It's at 1 o'clock on Sunday, right?
Yeah, and Brando, you can recommend that show, right?
Oh, it's great. The kids love it. If you're taking the kids, get them a joke in case they want to get up and tell the joke.
An appropriate joke.
You're right, yeah. Nothing.
You don't want any of these.
Oh, man, there was
wise guys.
Racier.
There's
they're racy.
One guy last time was just like doing a bunch of like misogynistic.
And another thing about women.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. And the other kid, he let off. This kid was about 7. He goes, let me tell you about the Chinese. And we were like, oh, no.
It's like me when Guy Phillips comes in.
Yeah, Guy.
No, Guy. No.
I was like, no.
Stop him.
StLouisFunnyBone.com. All right, that's a 2.
All right, I'll take over. Great Taste Gang Song of the Day. This request came from Karen Schindler just a few days ago. It's nice to know when you put in that request on the Great Taste Gang Song of the Day, just because we don't get to it that day doesn't mean we're never, ever going to play it. This is the case with this song, and it actually came up today. We talked about this song, which is wild. It's Kool and the Gang. Get down on it. It's the Courtney Show. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hurt in a car accident? Injured on the job? At Cantor Injury Law, we know how overwhelming it can feel. With over 100 years of combined local legal experience and over $500 million won, we fight to get you the justice you deserve.
You can count on Cantor Injury Law to stand by your side. You pay nothing out of pocket. We only win when you win.
When you're injured, count on Cantor. Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999, or visit CantorInjuryLaw.com.
You can count on Cantor.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Oh, hey, this is Tom from Salt and Smoke. I like this podcast because it's made by real people who bring their own take on what's doing. Makes my day a little nicer to hear them talk. That's kind of what we try to do at Salt and Smoke. Real food from scratch, made the way we think is best to make your day have a little more flavor. Find your bestie at saltandsmokebbq.com. Oh, and Chris isn't that funny.